Welcome to another episode of The Flank. I hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. I'm joined by my friend, my companion, my duo. You guys already know, Ben Nissim. How you doing, Ben?
I'm doing good, Tom. What a day of COD. Just you and I thought this was going to be kind of, like a bunch of obvious series wins, and it did not turn out that way. Even in the second series, it was a bit up and down. Excited to talk about it with you, T.
Yeah, no, I think the first series really threw me off a little bit. Obviously, we had Venom coming in. Rookies had been coming in and dominating, but not so much for Venom today. Who came in hot? What are you talking about?
The rookies have been coming in hot.
Oh, they've been coming in hot. They've been coming in hot. A lot of rookies have been coming up, and they've been making an absolute statement. Venom, he came in, and not so much, Ben. Not so much.
He didn't play that bad today.
No, he didn't. He didn't. But it
wasn't Venom that let his team down today. I'll say that.
It definitely was not Venom that let his team down. It just, usually you see that young gun coming in, and you got to think. We got to talk about the whole 100 Thieves roster as a whole, because Venom did his thing. He started off slow, but he picked it up, and I admired that, right? Because he came out a lot of pressure. He started off like double negative, like 10 and 20, and he just instantly turned it around. He stayed composed. He showed a sense of composure, and I really like that. I like that he didn't get in his head, and he just stayed focused. And they came back and won that first map. They probably should have lost that first map, but London was doing some dumb shit. And then Venom was also just clutching up, winning a bunch of huge gunfights. And then Kenny was absolutely frying that first map as well. But we got to talk about this series, Ben. I'm going to bring it up on the stream, and we can start talking. But what were your thoughts on the series?
Well, so pull it up. I want to talk about the vetoes, because I think we should now. Big shout out to the CDL team. We didn't have this last year, but this year they keep putting the vetoes on at the beginning of the series, which is great. We get to see sort of a thinking in the what the teams are kind of focusing on. If you want to hit that little X next to more videos, Tom, so we can see the last row of this graphic. Something I've kind of noticed with Thieves is they really don't want to play garrison control. So they've been playing a lot of checkmate recently.
Yeah.
I saw this map set, and I was like, okay, we've seen a lot of London on checkmate. They're up or down. They're actually pretty decent at checkmate control. I was like, you know what? Like, maybe London have a chance in this series. We know what we've seen from Thieves on Raid, S&D. Like, that hasn't been their best map. And London's been okay on Miami. So I thought London did a good job with these vetoes. I don't know what your thought process was here, if you kind of agree with that take.
No, I agree with your take. First of all, everybody in the chat saying it took too long. I wanted to scroll to the right. I wanted to see what was there. I saw the fucking X. Maron, they're spamming Lumas in the chat, Ben. What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't deserve this. But Ben, I agree with you on the vetoes. I think London came out and they looked great. They came out with fire. They should have won this first map. They just messed up at the end, and it pissed me off. It really did, because they looked good the whole way. Paul X is on another level, Ben.
Yeah, I mean, we from talking to Tom, from talking to his ex-teammates, we know. I would say I don't want to take away too much from either player today, but we know that both Venom and Paul X are really good. I think they're going to be mainstays in the CDL.
They're both very good, both of them.
And I think great moves on the part of London to not wait on the trade situation after they had made a bunch of moves. I mean, this is their third roster move. Think about it. They picked up Parasite, they picked up Zed, now they picked up Paul X. Really just trying to figure out how to make this roster work. And ultimately, this first map aside, which they kind of tossed a little bit, they ended up coming out with a series win today.
Yeah, no, big win out of them. And they needed this, right, Ben? Like, they pick up Paul X, and all of a sudden it seems like their chemistry is there, their pacing is there. It just seems like a new team, which is like the story of some of these young guns just coming in. It's like you bring them in, and all of a sudden, like, it's like a whole you saw with Minnesota with Standy. Like, you do one player switch. We talk about all the time how one player can completely change the way. Sometimes it may not, but we saw with Minnesota. Now we're seeing it with London. I mean, London looked great. They made 100 Thieves look terrible today. And 100 Thieves obviously hasn't looked the best, but I wouldn't call them terrible by any means, and they did not look good today.
My take is this, is like, map one, I think Thieves did a good job, and we'll watch this through as we kind of talk about in general points here. Thieves did a good job of kind of closing this out here on the second rotation. The S&D, Thieves just look mega lost on Raid S&D. This is like the fourth time I think you and I have watched them lose, so it's really tough. Fast control I've ever seen in my entire life. That was a blowout.
Yeah.
And then the Moscow hardpoint, came down to a very weird couple of weird situations on the second and third rotation. I know I saw a tweet from Kenny that there was a like some lag happened on map 4, so not sure if that kind of
Okay, so that wasn't the broadcast. That was like it was actually lagging.
That's what he said in his tweet. I don't know if it's still up.
Okay.
But I definitely saw it on the timeline.
I noticed some lag when I was spectating and I was watching. I noticed it. I just didn't think the way TJ was moving. It was only when they were on TJ's screen. I said something to you, didn't I, Ben?
Yeah, you did.
When it started lagging, I said, "Are they lagging, or is this just the broadcast? Like, what's going on here? If they're lagging like this, this is pretty bad." It looked like they were lagging. But I don't know. I got to talk to the players and see what the hell happened there. But
I think at a macro level, though, Tom, like we had this discussion a couple episodes ago with Thieves, right? Like at what point do you need to like think bigger about the core trio of this team, TJ, Kenny, and Slasher? Because you know that skill isn't an issue with this team. It's the other stuff. It's the comms. It's the decision making.
How is it comms? How the fuck is it comms?
Well, I don't know. The comms thing blows my mind.
You got fucking the most well-rounded veteran players. You got a team of superstars. If they're not fucking talking, then what the fuck's going on?
So the comms thing aside, I think they got burned by decision making a lot in this series, and you know they need some time with their new player. Like I'll give them that, but their window is not particularly big because they didn't play that great in the first stage. I just think in general we need to see the dominant Slasher again. He didn't have a great series. Need to see more series from him where he can be that takeover AR, and they just got to figure out a way to improve the decision making. As we have talked about time and time again, this isn't 5v5. You can't get away with a couple of risky plays and just assume you need a squad spawn. Like one kill is going to change the entire course of a map, and if you're not making the right decisions, you're going to get burned, especially by the top teams.
Right. Guys, the reason why Ben is talking about comms is because they were talking about comms. That's what they were saying. They were saying that their comms are off. That's what they said.
The reason why they justified the Donnie decision.
Ben is not coming out here saying comms is the fucking problem. He's saying it could be a problem, and that's what they were saying what the problem was, or at least part of the problem. It wasn't all the problem. But they were saying comms is a big thing, and it can't be. I don't understand how comms is a big fucking thing.
Well, let's give an example, right? So you and I have talked to Atlanta FaZe guys, and they said after the Florida Kickoff Classic that their comms were trash. And so they didn't focus on improving their comms, and we've seen since then that they haven't lost a series. So,
no, comms is a big part of the game. A lot of people don't rate comms as highly as they should. I mean, the teamwork and the communication comes directly from the comms, guys. That's why there's certain players who don't talk, and they're shit. People don't like playing with them. Because if you can't talk, you can't work with one another, and you can't make plays together on the map, it's hard to play the game. I don't know. I don't think that's a problem, though, with this team. I don't. If comms is a problem, then that's fucking sad. It's sad.
It shouldn't because they have key veteran players that have won multiple championships.
If they're talking about comms, Ben, I don't know.
And I know
think it's fugazi.
I know from talking to Venom's ex-teammates that he is good comms. So,
he does have good comms.
I mean, I would assume that they've made some effort to fix that.
They're getting outperformed, Ben. They're getting outperformed, and it's as simple as that. They have a lot of talent on the team, but they're getting outplayed, and they're getting outperformed. They should have lost this first map. They should have lost this first map.
I thought London was going to win the season.
London, absolutely. What the fuck were they doing on this last hill, Ben? They were single pushing one by one in the plane. I don't know what the hell was going on. It was pissing me off. I was like, what the heck are they doing? They only need 7 points. Take your time, work a break, do something together. You got number 1 inching up on the plane now. There he goes. Bolek, see you later. Now you got Dylan. He's going to go. He's going to push. See you later. It's like one by one by one. They keep doing it. They just keep doing it.
I saw a comment in the chat that it's the coaching staff's problem, guys. It's the coaching.
It's not the coaching staff's problem.
Let's talk about the coaching staff thing, Tom. Right.
Right.
At the end of the day, as good of a coaching staff as you can have, it's on the players to be accountable. The coaching staff are not in the comms.
One by one again, by the way. Dylan goes one.
The players have to want to get better, and they have to want to take what the coaches are saying and apply that. Otherwise, they're just wasting their own time. So I don't think that's the issue. I just think they need to dig deep and understand that skill and talent isn't going to get them by, and that they have to play the best and perfect Call of Duty if they want to beat even a team like London, who I think has definitely gotten better since his roster changed, but they're not an Atlanta FaZe. They're not a Dallas. They're not a Chicago. And that's kind of the issue for Thieves. They're kind of stuck in that mud.
I mean, Ben, you got to think, right? You got to think if
you're
LA Thieves. You got to think if you're LA Thieves, you got to turn it around at some point. The talent on this team is unmatched.
You gotta think, Zin. You gotta
know,
Gotta
think.
think.
I want to say you got to give him some more time. At the same time, I think it's absolutely fucking pathetic what we watched today. Plenty of optimal positions for LA Thieves, and they're unable to close it out. So overall, a horrendous showing from the Thieves. You got to tip it to London, though, right?
They
Improvement,
look great, Zin.
Maybe it's less Thieves playing subpar and more London playing really good, right? We talked about, Minnesota versus Optic and how sometimes great teams don't show up and the other team does show up. And I'm not saying that the differential between these teams is night and day. To be honest, I think it should be. You look at these rosters, it shouldn't be close.
It blows your fucking mind, doesn't it,
I
Zin?
get that
Because it
take.
blows mind. As Nameless will say, mind blown, Zin. Absolutely mind blown. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm going to be honest. It's just looking at the roster that 100 Thieves has, I don't know how they're not looking better than this. I don't know what it is. And now I go back to what Ben was saying, the core three. It's just maybe it's not working.
This round blew my mind, by the way.
We could talk about it all day, but how do you justify making a change at all to that core three?
All right, so we'll let them keep playing. I mean, we'll let them go. Let them go, see what they could do. But it's not looking good.
Hold on. I'm just a little surprised. Go ahead.
Sorry. I said what sucks about the whole thing is that, like, everybody is fighting to secure a top 8 so they make champs. And obviously, everybody wants to be in winner's bracket at every single major. But nonetheless, the biggest thing to accomplish this season is obviously place well at champs. But first off, you got to qualify for it. So that's why you see a lot of these teams making changes so quick. It's because they don't have the luxury of time to sit there and let their rosters develop. And everybody's like, oh, these amateurs should have been given a shot earlier. But, like, who's to say a team like Minnesota wouldn't have improved with time?
Yeah.
The issue is the time isn't there. So that's why you're seeing a lot of these changes. And it's like, I don't see a world where Thieves don't improve. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like time is.
They gotta improve. They gotta improve. I just don't see how. If they don't improve, then this core three, they have to make a change. They have to. I mean, you could give it a few more weeks, right? I mean, how much time would you give them, Zin, before you make another change?
I don't know, man. Like I said, it's super tough because, like, what do you do next? Like,
bring Drawzed for TJ. I mean, I don't think Kenny can be dropped.
I mean, I think TJ is by far their most impactful player on the map.
That's the other problem is
from playing against them, from watching them play.
Against. Go ahead.
I mean. You can't. It's if you have an inconsistent team, how can you bash a player for being inconsistent? Like, if the team overall is inconsistent, if everybody's not playing good at all times, you can't say TJ's inconsistent because you can argue that every single one of them is inconsistent.
Well, I'll tell you, the one guy that can't go is Kenny. He cannot go. Got to keep Kenny on the team. He looks really good to me. Not just about, like, the numbers he's dropping. He had a rough map, the third map, but it's a team thing, right? They're just not working as a team. It's not about individual talent. To me, it's not about TJ's phenomenal. He's doing this. Kenny's dropping this, doing this. Who gives a fuck?
Listen, bro.
They're not doing anything as a team.
I said it last time we talked about it. In order for any of these players to for something to happen, like, I do not think Drawza for TJ fixes LA Thieves.
It doesn't.
I'm pretty and in fact, I'll bet my life savings on the fact that would not fix LA Thieves. So I think I'd have to make a blockbuster trade, and I mean, trades are obviously pretty grim, right? Pretty hard to come by. So who knows?
It's almost like you gotta do like a superstar for a superstar trade.
I mean,
somewhere.
Yeah, but even then, right? Like, the way people look at trades is like there's always a winner and a loser. So it would have to be two underperforming teams that just want to switch up their system.
Yeah,
not
exactly.
Not even like, oh, Tej or Kenny's better than this guy. It's just like we need something different. So
I don't know, bro. It's just like it's so hard to wrap my head around. Because I just think highly of everybody on this 100 Thieves team. I like this team. Like, I really do. I liked it when Donnie was there. I just thought it was a really good roster. I thought they were gonna be frying, especially in a game like this. You're back to 4v4 COD. It's more methodical. I like the way that the gunplay is. It's just like I don't know.
I'm convinced they're trying to play too correct.
You think they're playing? You think they are, right? It's too structured. It's too structured.
I could be talking out of my ass. Like, I actually have no idea. I'm not in their team calls. Obviously, we got a small sample size of watching them play, but like. It's just like, bro, if I'm playing with Tej, I'm like, Tej, go do whatever the fuck you want to do, and I'll block this spawn.
I don't know. I feel like.
But I'm talking out of my ass, so keep that in mind. Like, I'm not sure what their comms are. Like, I just don't know.
I'm gonna be honest.
Like,
I think we're. I have a hot take. You could go first, Ben, but I have a hot take.
Well, I'm thinking down that line, and maybe the comms problem is they're just so afraid to make the wrong play
You
that
think
it's just
you think
seeping
they're
in other
scared?
parts of the
You think
game.
they're scared Captain Austin's gonna get into them if they make a mistake?
That's bullshit now, though.
Maybe it's not Austin, but it's just the pressure from the other teammates on making a wrong play just because they've been trending in that direction for so long.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think if you're JCap, you got to make your players comfortable. You got to at some point look at the coaches and say, "No, I'm just fucking around because Cap's in the chat." But I mean, who knows, bro? It was one match versus. I mean, everybody's been saying London's been fronting in scrims, so it's not like this is like a crazy upset. It's like everybody's been saying London's been playing versus the top teams and performing really well.
Yep.
Isn't Zing good friends with TJ? I am, but I don't think you'll find one pro player in the world who will say that TJ is the most impactful player on this team.
Guys, I mean, at the end of the day, friendships or not, we're not going to come on the show and bullshit around because we're friends with people. I think this 100 Thieves team can be a really good team. I really do. Yeah. But, Zin, you starting to think, you said a little bit about, like, trying to play too correct. You said you were talking out of your ass a little bit, but I agree with you. Maybe it's too structured. Maybe they need to let loose a little bit. I feel like we're in another generation of COD now. I really do. I feel like we're in a new generation. I feel like players are coming in, and they have a whole different outlook of how to play the game. You can't play.
I mean, we're also online. I mean, Clay tweeted earlier, like, I'm not trying to discredit any player at all. Everybody who has proved himself in the league, like, fair play to you. But, like, it is completely different to come in online and the confidence that you could have online compared to if you're sitting in front of the green wall at an event. Like, it's definitely night and day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying these players wouldn't perform, but it's like you're talking about the players having a different outlook. Like, I'm not so much.
That's a fair point.
It's a fair point.
I'm
It's
not
a fair
so much
point.
sold on that.
I feel like somebody like
players.
Austin.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I feel like somebody like Austin just like performs way better on LAN. I feel like he thrives in an atmosphere on LAN.
Play style, like
It benefits on LAN.
Austin is a textbook Call of Duty player.
Yeah, exactly.
He's
That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
He's gonna set up. He's gonna pre-aim you, and that really doesn't necessarily work as effectively online because, like, bro, even like, because I've been playing against Slasher forever, right? So if I know if I know he's in a position and he's playing an off angle on me, like, online or not, I'm fucking jumping around a corner and I'm catching him off guard because he's holding that pre-aim, and obviously you can abuse cameras. So it's weird because, like, on LAN, I mean, I'm pretty confident Austin would be playing a little better than he is right now.
He was always a LAN player, always.
We've talked about this topic before, and there isn't that much. Like, if you look at historical results of online versus LAN, there isn't that much variance in the two. There are like a couple of players that are mega outliers in that. For the most part, people are pretty consistent from both. I will say, though, definitely agree with the point that there are now more than a handful of players, even going back to last season with Mac and Awakening, that have never played a single match in front of a LAN crowd on the main stage.
So they'll
and I
probably
think that
shit
will.
themselves when I'm sitting there screaming at them.
You think so? Then you think people are gonna shit themselves?
They'll get used to it over time.
I mean, yeah, over time, but like, I think it was Teep who said it. It was like 10 years of performing on LAN means nothing now. All it takes is one bad stage. You can find yourself on a bench, and like, that's fair. Like, even players
that
like
is fair. That is fair.
I don't know who's like I don't know, bro. Just players who have proved themselves on the biggest stage time and time again, who may not be performing that great online right now. It's like, oh, let's get a challenger in form, where it's like, this guy is a legitimate seasoned player, and I don't know.
It makes you wonder what 100 Thieves would look like on LAN.
I mean, I don't think that's.
There's also the argument that, like,
I don't think it. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think going from LAN to online would change the standings that much.
If they were getting unlucky or whatever,
I mean,
I would say
it might help individual. It might. There's no way to know. It might help individual performances, but I don't know if it'll change the outcomes.
I don't know. I look at last year, and wasn't Optic like undefeated versus Dallas on LAN? Granted, Dallas got way better. I'm not saying
that was early.
Yeah,
I'm not saying Dallas wouldn't beat them on LAN. That's not what I'm saying at all. But, like, if you compare the online results to the LAN results, Optic was stronger on LAN. Dallas was stronger online.
Dallas
like
did
I said,
win the
there's
last
no way.
LAN, though, to be fair.
Exactly, but there's just, was Optic even there?
Optic was not at that LAN. They were not at the LA event.
I'm not saying this is fact or whatever, but, like, to sit here and say that the standings would be the exact same is horseshit. Like, because truthfully, we don't know. If they could be, but they could be completely different. There's no way to know. I think FaZe is the exact same team on LAN. I mean, I don't think a team like FaZe.
But you think that's horseshit?
That the standings would be the exact same or very similar. I mean,
I feel like they'd be close. I mean, I feel
I
like
think they'd be close too.
usually what you see online in the past is usually what you would get on LAN.
Oh, that's sad.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not disagreeing
I'm
with you.
telling you,
I just
if
think
you
it
go,
is a
I'm
little.
telling you, Zinni, if you go look at the stats of variance between online and LAN, there really is like very few people like Blast that are just straight outliers in how they play on LAN and how they play online. Everybody's
There's a few
fairly like
outliers, yeah.
people have some like little bit of variance in their KDs, but for the most part, the good players that are good online are still good on LAN. And there are plenty of examples of players that were called onliners, and they show, guys like Kyler, they showed up to
I don't
LAN and
know.
they started deep frying people.
You also have to
Mm.
think and like, bro, I'm not defending teams that are underperforming because obviously everybody's in the same boat, but like two different games are being played compared to scrims and matches, right?
That's ridiculous.
You have 20 hertz
User
in
joined your
scrims and then
channel.
60
No,
hertz
I agree with this take.
in
Go ahead.
matches. So it's like, sure, everybody's dealing with it, but some people just simply deal with things better and quicker than others. So like, I mean, obviously this is not a knock at anybody because like we're online. I think everybody's trying to make do with what we have, and like
Hmm.
a lot of us are super grateful that, or I guess I was super grateful I was able to be competing in the league. But just it's tough, man. 20 hertz to 60 hertz is like it's an entirely different game in a sense.
Mm.
So
Well, that's the
I
thing
don't know.
that's crazy
That's
to
a
me
factor as
because
well.
I've seen Austin complain about this a little bit. How just like they're playing a different game, like the spawns are different. Is it that much difference in?
I mean, I'm not sure, man. Like
I don't
the
know,
spawn
'cause I
thing
don't
is
play that
weird
much.
because a lot of us were convinced that the spawns were different on 60,
Mhm.
and then we were getting some of those spawns also on 20. So
Mhm.
I'm actually like I have no idea
Yeah, neither
if
do
it's
I.
60 hertz or not. But
There's just a window of
at,
getting those spawns is
at
a little
least
bit
for a
higher than
bit
60.
we were yeah, at least for a bit we were definitely convinced.
Mhm.
I'm really not sure what the conversation is about that anymore. But I mean, there's just different variables, man.
Right.
Like scrims, like there are teams who are always better in scrims than they were on LAN. Like there are players who like Slasher who are better on LAN. So to sit here and say that his team wouldn't be that much different on LAN, I don't necessarily agree with. You could be right. It's just
Oh no
I
no
don't
no
know.
no 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 no! No one's saying. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that they wouldn't be better on land. I could see them being better on land, but even with them being better, I don't know if that's gonna change the outcome. I don't know if that's gonna change. I don't know if it's gonna be that much of a difference where it's like changing in the outcome of some of these matches, because in the past, the best teams online always showed out usually, and were placing the best on land. Like it usually happened. There would be some stuff like some outliers here or there, like Ben said, but for the most part. I feel like usually what you would see online always translated to land for the most part.
Great example is the United team in IW. They won a bunch of 2Ks and everybody said they were onliners and they showed up to a LAN and won. So like, I just always never bought that argument. The teams that are in good form online are generally playing correct COD over a period of time, and then they go to LAN and they do the same thing.
We're also
Yeah,
playing on even like everybody
but
moved to Texas, right? Everybody moved to Texas. Everybody's playing on good servers. You know what I'm saying?
But people deal with adversity different, right? Like you go down 1-0 on LAN, you could feel completely different in your gameplay and your confidence compared to being down 1-0 online. It's like, yeah, we're down 0-1, but I'm still in my room about to go take a piss in my toilet. Whereas we're down 0-1 right now, I'm gonna go take a piss and walk past crowds telling me I suck. So it's like,
I mean, that's
I'm
fair.
not sure. I'm not saying it'd be
I mean, there's a different
totally
atmosphere.
different, but
It's a different atmosphere. I
Yeah,
agree with you there.
I mean, I just think the hardest and biggest wild card in this argument right now is we have so many new players that have joined teams in the last 18 months. And I'm sure there's going to be more changes coming in the next few months. So it's impossible to answer who's just going to go to LAN and fry and who's not going to fry, right? We've seen rookies come in and just absolutely just smoke people on LAN in their first couple of events. And we've seen people come in and struggle.
I know I've been talking a lot, and I've fucking take up.
No, go ahead. Do what you gotta do, Zinni. We love you when you join.
It's a good point, but Challengers players get a lot more playtime than pros.
Hold on, what the fuck is that?
And oh wait, do you hear my fucking laundry? Hold on,
Yeah.
let me close I apologize. Let me close that door. But my bad. I didn't think you could hear that. But
It's all good.
Challengers get a lot more high pressure interaction because like they have like tournaments every single weekend.
Yeah.
Like they have matches all the time, whereas like there are weekends where pro teams play legitimately one match in a weekend. So it's like,
totally fair.
how do you properly like prepare and get those reps in high pressure situations when they're playing that much more than us? So it's like, I'm not surprised to see a lot of the challengers come in here and fucking fry. They're playing a lot more, and that's not their fault at all. Like it's good for them; they're coming in and frying. But like the pros, like they don't have even close to the amount of S&D reps that they have in like high pressure situations.
I don't know, man.
no.
This 100 Thieves team, I just really want to see them turn around because I do like the team. And I like everybody on the team, and I think everybody on the team is very talented. They're just not working together as a team, and it's showing. I don't know if it's
it was not just in this series, by the way. This has been a problem when they had Donnie too. So it's now been an issue through both the Major 1 and Major 2.
I mean, maybe they thought just bringing in a change might bring some life. Bring a young gun. You see it happen all the time, and things aren't working. Make a change. Donnie seemed like he was the odd one out. You have the core 3 on that team. So Donnie seemed like he was the odd one out. They take him out, and they still look sloppy. But it's still early for 100 Thieves. They just brought in Venom, right? Like, it's still early, but it didn't look good. It didn't look good.
The tough thing, Tom, is guess who their next match is against?
Oh, my
Yeah, and
shit.
FaZe,
yeah, I told
shit.
I said, boys, keep your head up. Better days ahead. I said, who do you play next? They said FaZe. I said, all right, better days ahead. Not in the near future, but better days will be ahead at some point. But no, man. On a serious note, I think the biggest thing for Thieves is, like, obviously these guys are champions and they expect to be like one of the best teams. So obviously, like, they're pissed, they're frustrated, they're upset. They actually can't dwell on it. It's got to be like, yo, let's just actually fucking all try our best to get better and let's start winning. Because as soon as this team gets down, I mean, like, we know some of the personalities. Like as soon as people stop talking, they stop bringing their all, they're completely fucked. So, I think they got to be like, you know what, screw it. Like, we're a new team. This is not us. Let's just keep it going. And if they don't, they're done.
They got to curveball the vetoes because the problem is FaZe is really good at this map. They're really good at.
They're not big FaZe.
Yeah, like
there's no vetoes.
The map pool matchups are really.
You're talking about fucking vetoes like it matters, guys. FaZe is good at every fucking map. It doesn't matter what the fuck they veto. We talk about this all the time, Ben. FaZe can veto whatever the hell they want. It doesn't matter.
That's why they're ahead, because they don't have one.
They're just good. They're just good. It doesn't matter. Vetoes might matter to other teams. It sure don't hell matter to FaZe. I'll tell you that. Because I've seen FaZe play every single map, and they are a well-oiled machine on no matter what map they play. I was talking to Clay about it today. Clay was like, dude, those guys are really fucking good. Clay was like, we scrimmed them, and those guys are just, they're good.
The thing with FaZe is, like, their teamwork is actually so incredible. We're like,
this is the lag, by the way.
Abizi or Simp could
server definitely
could take over, and they probably know that, but, like, they're still always waiting for their teammates. Like, they're still always buddying up. And when a team like that is buddying up, like, it is very, very difficult to two-piece Abizi and Simp when they're hitting you at the same time. You know what I mean? Like, other teams, maybe you'll catch someone slipping. Like, them, it's just very, very difficult. And obviously, they're fucking beatable. Like, we're not going to say
everybody's beatable.
FaZe is not unbeatable.
Yeah, everybody's
miles
beatable.
ahead right now. Yeah. And at some point, that will change. Like, at some point, maybe not soon, but FaZe will not be as dominant as they are right now. And it's how it always goes, right? There are some teams who are incredible in the beginning, and they're still good at the end of the year. But, I mean, they're playing at a standard that's nearly impossible to keep up for an entire year.
I could see this 100 Thieves team being one of those teams out of nowhere they start picking it up. But we'll see. We'll see. You got to think, Zin. Some of these teams are gonna start picking it up. You gotta think.
Dom, you gotta think. If you're Thieves, you're thinking about what's going wrong. You're having a team meeting.
Well, let's talk about what goes wrong here.
You gotta think.
I saw Nadeshot.
He wants to come back.
To suit up for Search and Destroy. If that guy's suiting up for Search, you gotta think who's the one to go.
I don't know. I did see Nadeshot come out. He said he's gonna start suing up. I guess he wasn't liking what he was seeing in the Search to Destroy. Nadeshot, he's a well-rounded S&D player back in the day. Not sure how he suits up now, but there it is on your screen. Nadeshot. He said you have Anthony Nameless. He's mind blown. You already know, Zin. This guy's always mind blown.
Mind blown.
Nameless goes. Wait, can I read this real quick? I said Nameless goes. That was a horrible S&D from LAT. Sheesh, they had opportunities in so many rounds and blew it. Nadeshot said, "I'm suiting up." And Abel said, "I don't care what anybody says. That's a bad tweet." Coming in from Ian and Abel Wyatt, also known as Dick Compton. Ian was giving his thoughts. Nadeshot came in. He said, 1v1 Raiden Express hard points at S&D. Any amount of money, come see me. Nadeshot, ladies and gentlemen, we might see him coming in, showing what he could do on the old school maps. That would be a story to tell, wouldn't it be?
I think I got Ian winning that, though.
I don't know. I played some shitter rates with him, and that guy was horrific.
Oh, hot take.
Hot take.
Zinni played shitter rates. Woody and Wise, and he thought he was horrific. But what are you gonna do?
He started faking an Amazon phone call.
Oh yeah, I remember that. He said I'm on a phone with Amazon in the middle of the series.
Yeah, my
just to put a cap on the 100 Thieves issues, like this situation right here, and if they were lagging during this, like obviously don't blame them because that could be tough to play with.
Were they complaining about it on Twitter at all?
I saw Kenny's tweet about it. You saw the skip in the middle of the map. Like obviously that was an issue, but like they won this rotation, right? Slasher gets a big 2-piece. They're spawning out street. All three of these players decide to hit old, and what you're going to see is going to happen is Paul X, who will be the last person that comes off a spawn here, goes to hit the pinch, correct play, tries to win that one. He wins that, and then they get the spawns on the back. And Thieves had 4 guys already on this side of the map, so like there should be a unless they just all get gunned, this should be a no-lose situation. But they literally lose spawns because of one gunfight. You just can't have that happen.
Yeah,
it's just a simple situation to just back up. You don't need this hill time. Just play for P2. And if you hold that, you basically win the game. And what happens is they don't win it, and then it becomes an absolute mix fest on this hill. They're on the back. It gets mixy. London gets some time. Thieves get the back end, and then London rotates, and they basically close out from here. It goes to Street Hill, but if they're gonna play phase like this and make mistakes, like it's just not gonna be a close series.
Well, we were talking about it, Ben, when we were watching the game. Like 100 Thieves, and this is where I start thinking. Landing online doesn't matter because they are looking sloppy. They are making mistakes, and that Cap's watching it back and he's seeing them. That they're going to watch it back. I know Austin's sitting there and he's seeing all these mistakes that they're making. It's like little things, like very little things that they shouldn't be doing, and that they see it. I would hope that they see it.
This map was crazy, man.
It was back and forth,
back and forth. Have been crazy though. Thieves should have closed that out.
They should have. They had the P2 side and they blew it.
Yeah. Story of the day. So.
And then here's Kenny's tweet. So lame to lag / freeze in a big moment of the last map. GG's London. We lost 3-1. Also didn't play well at all. Map 3. Captain _XO. Always an excuse with your team. To be fair, we just watched it back, guys. There was definitely some insane lag there. I don't want to say excuses, brother. No one is making up excuses. This game legit froze.
I thought it was on the caster side. I didn't realize it was actually in game.
Yeah, I thought it was the caster side too, but I don't know.
Either way, guys, you gotta think of your Thieves. You're looking to turn it around. You're playing phase tomorrow, so you might as well not even show up.
Damn.
But no, man, fucking hell. That's the thing, though. If they just come out firing versus phase, that match means nothing, and then they're looking like one of the best teams in the game. So this game's been super. So
it's been crazy, bro. This game's been fucking nuts.
Like for example, we saw Seattle lose 6-5 to Dallas last map, and like. I'm not saying Seattle's not a good team because their potential is crazy, but like Dallas is considered a top 2 team. So to see like a team that's considered one of the bottom tier teams lose only 6-5 last map, it's like right now we're still at the point where the league is so competitive, and since we're still sort of in the beginning, every match can be super close.
100%. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, I mean, this just goes back to the talent in the league though too. There's so much talent in the league that, like, at any given point, people can beat one another. So it's just about who's going to show up on the day. The main thing to focus on with these teams is consistency. That's what you want to see coming out of these teams. And that's why FaZe is so good. It's because they're so fucking consistent. It's like every other day, they look the same. It's like nothing changes. They're so talented. They're so consistent. And that's the key. Some of these teams look really good. I know New York struggled with their inconsistencies, but that, they've been trying to get better with that. But it's not about what the ceiling is for these teams, because the ceiling is very high for all these teams. It's about who can put it together the quickest and who can maintain it. I reached out to Zed. I just DM'd him. Zed, I know you're in the chat, so if you want to join up and come talk to us.
Listen, boys,
gave you
I'm
the
squeezing
information.
My ass cheeks. Gotta use the restroom. Be back in a bit.
All right, go take a shit. Go do what you gotta do.
So, you want to move over and talk about this New York LAG series?
Yeah, we can move over. If Zed does join, I just want to ask him a few things, see what he thinks. I see Nato joined in here. I want to talk to Nato at the end of this too, because
whenever he decides to unmute.
Yeah, apparently NYSL Academy's having a mental breakdown. I don't know what's going on there. Who's this?
Oh, I see who this is.
Hello. Oh, look who it is. We got Anthony Nameless Wheeler in the TeamSpeak. How you doing, Ant?
Doing fantastic.
Wow, I'm mind blown.
I thought you were squeezing your fucking cheeks. What are you doing?
I heard Ant. I fucking sprinted around, asshole still clenched, and I had to come say, "Wow, I'm mind blown."
Wow.
Interesting.
How you doing?
Phenomenal. Welcome.
Wow. Then
We
you guys can do
got
it.
Donnie Tep in here as well, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh shit!
There's people coming left and right. The flank is being overwhelmed.
We might have to put a password in. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I'm not trying to take over the show here. I just wanted to come in and chime in. You know.
Yeah. What do
Talk
you?
about the matches a little bit.
What were your thoughts today, Ant?
I mean, I was, not pleased with the way LA Thieves performed. I thought that, especially in the search and destroy, it was just terrible. There was just watching that game. I was literally texting Captain Map, talking to him about it. It was just frustrating. Multiple times, I thought they could have got bombed down. In the hard point, there was just grave mistakes that we were seeing.
I agree.
I just think I even said it in post. Like, they need to stop looking at the roster and just focus on fixing their mistakes. They're making a lot of mistakes in game.
No, it's not. That's what we're saying. Like, people were, they make a change. It's like nothing changes getting rid of Donnie. Donnie was like, he wasn't the problem. It wasn't the problem. It was the team atmosphere. Who's that? We got Zed in the chat. Zed, congratulations on a big win, kid.
What's good, man? Just hung up on my mum to come here.
Hey, I love that accent. What's good, man?
Your mom?
Yeah.
Damn, mama got hung up.
On the show.
Zed hung up on his mother, ladies and gentlemen, to join us live on the flank. Let's get a wed in the chat. Big W coming out of Zed. How you doing, man? How you feeling after a big win?
Good, man. I mean, that first map got a bit scary in it, but
yeah, it got a little. How was that lag? What was going on with that lag?
It was like that last P1 hill. Like, everyone it was like connection interrupted. Everyone was just like jittering about.
It came back though, right? It came back.
Yeah, it only lasted for like 10-15 seconds, but I think it was all 8 players and like multiple people lost like gunfights they should have won. So
yeah.
Oh, that sucked.
Well, that explains what happened on that hill then.
Yeah.
I got one question for Zed, bro. Real quick. Why did you hit E2 on Moscow? What the hell were you? Were you just trying to brief them and like spawn them in the back? I saw Haggy tweet, but I wanted to hear it from you.
Yeah. So obviously we were like at like 2. I want to say like 220-ish.
Yeah.
And there was like, I'm pretty sure there was like 15 or 20 left on the clock. So I was gonna try and like take a 1v1 and like spawn one at the back and then like put the game like closer. But there ended up being 2 there, so it like ended up being like a proper
shortcut, huh? You tried to get the shortcut to victory.
Yeah, I tried being like the super Maven screaming my name.
Yeah, let's not do that.
You try to do some crazy shit.
Yeah, we won't do that again.
Let's not sugarcoat it. You went fucking rogue, Zach.
Yeah,
you went nuts.
That's what we say. Yes.
You went nuts, and it almost cost it, but you bounced back. Zed, you look great this series, though. You look like you're in form, regardless of what you're putting on the scoreboard. I mean, you did put good numbers on the scoreboard, but you look good. Big 2-piece coming out of you there. Big plays. Actually, I mean, the pinch kind of helped. You know what I'm saying? Yo, the pinch kind of helped.
No way.
That was definitely not on purpose. That.
The pinch kind of helped, man. I mean, it worked, but yeah, I recommend backing up there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
do
saying?
that next time. Yeah, for sure.
Do that there, but what kind of going through practice? I heard you guys have been playing really well in practice. How you guys been looking?
Yeah, man. I mean, obviously, like with the addition of Paul, like Paul's unreal. Like I think everyone knows that. So
Paul.
It's our boy. Honestly, like my biggest like takeaway is Dylan. Right, Dylan's playing like unreal. Whether that's like because he's with like Army sub duo. Because like I think Alex is like unreal, right? Like Alex is a great player, but Alex isn't like vocal. So if Dylan says he's gonna do something, Alex would just go with him. Whereas like I'll tell Dylan what to do.
Yeah.
So, and I'll be right behind him. So it's like I'm a little bit more vocal, which probably helps Dylan. It makes him make the right plays like a lot more.
Yeah. You can kind of direct him a little bit more.
Yeah, and
keep him on a leash. You got him on a leash.
Exactly.
You got him on a leash. That you're whipping him around.
Sometimes he goes rogue a lot. You gotta let him do that.
Huh?
You gotta let him do that. You know what I mean? You gotta let him.
That guy's Batman, bro.
Dylan is very he goes very rogue. One thing about Dylan though is when you do watch him, right? He's very talented. Very talented. Is that I love your accent, man. I wish I had an accent like that.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
Got the South, London one.
Yeah, I really like that.
MEG.
But you guys look good, man, and I think Paul was a good extension to the team.
Yeah, he's fit right in.
Yeah, you guys have been looking good. What's going on with Treyboy? Treyboy Cardi, he's still stuck over there.
Yeah, beats me, dude. Yeah, I think they're still stuck in the UK, which sucks. But I mean, that helps me kind of.
I don't know. I can't believe he's not here yet. It's been fucking months. But I mean, you guys look good now, right? So I mean, at this point, you stick what you got and you keep moving forward. You know what I'm saying? You keep the gas pedal down. You keep pushing. So congratulations on a big win, man, and I'm excited to see you play moving forward, bro.
Yeah, playing New York tomorrow. I presume you're gonna see
shit.
us
You
support
know,
them,
yeah. You play us tomorrow.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Well, you know, good luck, I guess.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks.
But yeah, you know, good luck to you, man. Good luck to you. You're always a great lad. You're a great lad.
Thanks, man. Right,
Hey,
I'm gonna go get some Chick-fil-A anyway.
Hey, go get some chicken.
Thanks.
Spicy. You gotta get the spicy chicken.
Yeah, fat sheep, maybe 3 burgers.
Oh shit, you're
Oh,
going
you're gonna
crazy.
add tomorrow.
You're going
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah. Go ahead. No, get 5. Go get 5 burgers. Go do what you gotta do. Well, thanks for joining us, Ed. You have a good day, man.
Have a good night, lads.
Yeah.
See you
Have a
later.
good day. Have a good day.
User
Tom, this is a
disconnected from
promo.
your
We were
channel.
in this little promo video here.
I know. Check this out, guys. I'm in a fucking commercial. I didn't. It's like one of those
That's
commercials.
Not cooked.
Yeah, I didn't cook that. That wasn't me. I told him to come over. I'll cook him something, and I needed a shave. They couldn't have waited till I fucking
They
shaved.
took the worst screenshot of me, bro. What is this? It's got done dirty.
Wait, rewind it. Where?
Yeah, I'm into Michael Berger, bro. I don't know what's
Oh,
been done here.
Maron! They did you dirty bad. They hit you with a bad take, but what are you gonna do? You know, what are you gonna do?
It's not whatever. It's all good.
I needed a shave. I actually shaved a little bit. If you guys could tell, I trimmed it all down because it was a mess. My hair was a fucking mess.
That's good. I like the sunlight. There's a good vibe going on. Little chef hat popped up there for a sec.
But yeah, it was. I didn't realize it was going up on the stream. Nobody tells me these things. They send me shit. They say, "Yo, do this." I didn't know it was going up on the stream. I would have, you know, would have got a haircut. Would have got a haircut or something. Yeah,
sick.
but they put 1A.
Oh, true. That's actually.
That's the only problem. Ben, should I just change my name to 1A at this point? Because
No.
No, you gotta do the 2 A's, bro.
you know, they got it right at the bottom, though. They put 2 A's at the bottom right there, like right under it. You know what I'm saying? That's an L.
What a wow.
That's
Come
a,
on.
You got 1 A, you have to change all your socials, like.
no, I rather keep. I just think my name looks so much better with 2 A's. Like it like evens out.
really does.
Like as a gamer tag, it just looks sick with 2 A's. Like Zoomaa, like clean. Fucking Zoomaa, bitch. You know what I'm saying? But we had another good series. We've been talking about this shit for how long now? We got another series.
A long talk on
We
the
had
Thief
the
series.
New York Subliners versus the Los Angeles Gorillas, and my man Nissim, my fucking son, my duo, my companion. This guy, he's on another level, Ben. He showed up again in those hard points. He was looking unreal.
Yeah, I mean, I think the team didn't bring their A game today, probably their B minus game. But they were able to clutch up and take this series, and you know it's going to happen sometimes. But yeah, Nissim definitely played really well on this map. We've seen a lot of like how these checkmates play. I feel like of all the maps, it's like shoot can be super back and forth depending on how you play this P3, P4s, P5s, and especially P2.
Mm-hmm.
Really, every hill but
So
P1
every
is
hill?
kind of mixy.
Disconnected from your channel.
So every fucking hill,
every
basically.
but P1.
Good breakdown. Every fucking hill. They did look good though. They do look good.
Well,
Hey, later, Ant. Thanks for
Later,
joining
man.
in.
Thanks for joining.
Peace, guys.
Later, bro. Wow. Appreciate him, man. Shout out to Nameless, man. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure to hear from Big Ant.
User disconnected from
He's a
People
good-
wants to
he's a
go over
good
map
guy.
vetoes. Actually, I'll make one point about the vetoes.
Asom is unbelievable, guys. This guy's on another level. What's a Zoomaa? This lady says. Nobody knows.
One thing I want to make a point about the vetoes, and it's less on the LAG side because
Yeah.
their vetoes are pretty standard. I've noticed that New York does not like playing raid, search, and destroy, and they've actually played a grand total of 0 times as a team on a major event. So I thought that was interesting.
Who? New York?
New York and Florida, only 2 teams that have not played raid S&D at all this year in a match. Like the rest of these vetoes make sense to me. Like raid control is one of Gorilla's better hardpoint control maps, and the raid hardpoint makes sense to me if they're trying to dangle Apocalypse in there.
We gotta
I'm
talk
sure
about
they
New York's
sat-
S&D.
What's going on?
Hey, how
Yeah.
you doing, Zen? Did you shit?
Yeah, I came out of my ass so like a rapid fire.
All right, that's good. I'm glad that you're good to go. How you feeling now?
I feel good, Tom. It's very good. Had a nice big dinner, and
What you have for
I,
dinner? What you have for dinner?
I had Shanghai chicken with teriyaki
Oh.
beef. Some
Oh.
I would say like a quarter cup of white rice because I'm low carb, healthy guy,
Maron.
and some vegetables.
Phenomenal. That sounds delicious.
So what's the talking about LAG New York here, huh?
We're talking about LAG versus the New York Subliners. First map, Asom. He comes out absolutely frying. He's
He
doing what
absolutely
Asom
went off.
does. He went off in both hard points. It was a sight to see. Again, I don't know who taught him this. Actually, I do know it was me. This guy's unbelievable. He's just so naturally talented. He's so fun to watch. I'm the biggest. You know, you guys know me. I'm just a big ASIM fan over here.
I'm a big
so.
ASIM fan too, brother.
So do you guys want to talk about these hard points or?
I don't really want to talk about the hard points. Let's go to the SD. This one was a fucking blowout. ASIM was putting it down.
No, I just meant the hard points in general. But yeah, S&D time.
Yeah, go to the second S&E because there was this one call. I don't know who made the play call from New York. I would love to get ASIM or Clay or somebody in here to talk about this because
let me find the round because I know which one it is.
I don't know what the fuck was going on. And you guys might know what I'm talking about is when Apathy had 4 guys in his sight. I'm very confused. It's almost like New York. It was this round.
Well, there were a couple different rounds.
It's almost like New York was trying so hard to play together. So it was a good mindset to have, but it just looked so funny. It was a good mindset, you know, staying around, like staying together. I
didn't even notice they threw an A fake as part of this. This is actually like there's a lot that went on here. So they just all straight hit escalator and went to middle. That's interesting.
That is pretty crazy. That is crazy.
So they go straight and they overwhelm assault, and then this is where this round gets a little bizarre because they decide, you know what, screw B, let's just go right back all the way through.
They should have hit B. They should have hit B.
They had clear B.
I mean, it's easy to say now. They might have thought somebody was at B. You know what I'm saying? But once you get that kill half wall, you know that there's a guy or two A, right? And you have 4 guys in the same spot. You might as well just hit B.
I didn't even see this because I was scrimming.
Yeah, look at this shit.
Lord. It's like a fucking.
It's a fucking choo-choo train going down the middle of fucking Moscow.
Tom, you're from Jersey. You ever pull your car over because all the ducks or the geese are crossing the road? There's just fucking 30 of them.
The fucking ducks. They say, here we go again, quacking, walking through the fucking road. You know what I'm saying?
Christ.
You gotta fucking let them go. You gotta sit there and do what you gotta do. But this was unbelievable. You know what it was? They were trying to stick together. So good mindset, right? They're probably saying stick together. You know, we have numbers, use your numbers. So it's a good mindset. But they didn't clear out anything. They ran around in a circle and they didn't clear out the L wall. And Brian just got a few kills. I mean, to be fair, Brian was in a weird off angle. Like, dude, they probably didn't even expect Brian to be there.
Thing is, they almost got away with it. It was winning for that meddling Apathy.
This is another weird round, Tom, where they all just flew out a window and got pieced.
Yeah, this was weird as well. This was really weird. A lot of weird rounds in this S&D. A lot of weird rounds. What are they doing over here? They're all over the place. They're running in the middle of the open.
Good set from LG. If they knew that's how they like to play that post.
Wait, did LG win this
retake. Map? Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Like I said, I was scrimming, but
yeah, they won this map. New York was just doing dumb shit.
What's going wrong in respawn's form? I heard they threw the 4th map. So honestly, I only watched the first map. It's the only thing I've seen. So
we'll talk about the fourth map for LG. Yeah, they blew a lot of rotations.
Sorry, I'm an asshole. I'm just fucking.
That's all good. I was working too.
Zin, how did scrims go today with your challenger squad?
Well, we scrimmed London and
how was that?
Well, just off victory versus LA
good.
Thieves. I'm sure you know how it went. You know, it wasn't very good.
What are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? What are you gonna do? It's just another day. You gotta learn from it.
Better days ahead.
Better days ahead, Zin. Who you playing with? You still playing with Steve?
Steve Moach, yeah, me, Moach, Teskey, and Twerk for the cup tomorrow.
All right. Well, I wish you the best of luck. You gonna be streaming?
Probably not, because matches are gonna be live.
True. Very true. All right. Well, maybe late night when the matches are off, maybe we'll do a little challenges watch party tomorrow night, guys. You already know the deal. Oh shit! Wait, I'm gonna be in LA. I forgot. Ben, we gotta give you control of my channel.
I have to stream. I'm down.
Yeah, you want to stream my channel?
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
All right, we could do that. Our Nameless said he'll guest host. We could do something. The flank will still be live, guys. The flank will still be live after the show.
We'll figure it out.
But yeah, man. Thoughts on this control, Ben? New York, they won every defense.
Yeah, I mean, it was
defense after defense after defense. Everybody won their defenses, and the shit was over. I hate it, but what are you gonna do? I'm happy that New York won.
Pretty standard checkmate in how this played out. There wasn't much to it.
Definitely not much to it. It was pretty standard, pretty back and forth. Series was kind of boring. I'm not gonna lie to you. Kind of a boring series.
No, I don't think the series is boring.
Really? I thought it was pretty boring. I thought New York seemed like they were in control.
Map 4 was exciting.
First map, they smoked them. Second map was pretty exciting. It was going back and forth. This map was just, it was just defense. Whoever had defense, they just felt like was gonna win.
Comeback. Map 4 was exciting. What are you talking about?
These are some close maps.
Yeah, I guess.
Let's get some lumens in the chat, boys. I don't know what Tommy's talking about.
Listen, I just knew New York was gonna win this.
I mean, this is so close. It's 97
I want to
lives
say I want to see
27
Vivid and
seconds
Apathy
left.
play together more.
We
Like,
got a Luma. All right, the fucking Lumas.
Well,
Go ahead, fucking
that
spam
point,
it.
Zen, right? I looked at the
I'll
stats
take
after
the
the
L.
series.
I'll take
and
it.
Vivid had 2K more damage than App. So
I'll eat them shits.
like overall.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll eat them
like-
shits.
I don't think you should look too far into damage because, like, look at Standy yesterday.
I don't
He
give a
had the
fuck.
most kills on Minnesota, and he had the
True.
least damage on the map. So, like,
Very good point.
I think he had 3K damage with like 23 kills. So he actually had the least damage in the team, but had the most kills. So, like, sometimes damage can be a pretty fluky stat. But
You
I
get
don't
some
know.
good trades.
I always see Vivid making plays or Apathy making plays. I don't see them making plays together. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm talking out of my ass, but I feel like they need to, like, because they're both for the most part pretty quick. I think Vivid's definitely one of the quickest in the game. So, like, if they're playing at the same speed, then you have Adam and Justin playing just consistent, right? Like, they don't have to really do too much. I think they'd be.
Here's at a macro level, and this is going to be mean to the players on the team, but I don't care. I'm putting on my GM hat for a
Shit.
second.
What the fuck was that? Glacier stuck on fucking invisible wall. Go ahead,
yeah,
Ben.
That was funny.
That's there.
But yeah, let me get this take, right? So if you're LAG, right?
Yep.
They are potentially a big player in the free agency market in the offseason. They're in a good destination. COVID's going to hopefully be out of here in a few months, so people can be back to living in sunny LA. They've got a brand new stadium that they're going to be, using as part of their pitch. There's a lot going on there. And their goal this season, I think, one is obviously you still want to play well this season, but they want to identify core franchise players. They found one with Reese Vivid. I'm curious to see what they do with these three players. I really like them. They've got a good history of overperforming relative to their floors. But curious to see how this franchise plays it out. If this team continues to sort of be like middle of the pack, do they try and maybe bring in a few challengers players? I'm not sure, but I assume that's what their goal is try and figure out who they can pair with any blue chip players they're going to bring in the offseason.
Yeah, no, it's a good take, Ben. I think that's a win for sure.
Yeah.
You got to think, right? Because there's going to be a lot of teams who are going to underperform. There's so many players in challengers. You see what the challengers players are doing. It's like, makes you wonder what some of these teams are going to do.
Yeah.
Especially because you got people that are on max contracts, right? And it's
Hey,
like,
wake up.
There is no max contract, but they're just on.
you
a
know what I
lot.
mean?
Yeah.
Like a lot of fucking people, a lot of people.
Yeah.
You got Zinni on the side. You know what I'm saying? You got good players that are sitting on the side. It makes you start to think. You got a lot of good players in challengers. You got a lot of good players in challengers. You got people with the supermax that aren't performing. Some of these challengers players, they'll come in and play for the fucking minimum, and they'll drop bombs. You know what I'm saying?
I'm thinking like a player like Sam Octane. We know he's out of contract in this offseason. Does he, want to move and be in the LA sunshine? And maybe he's a piece that they're going after. Like there are going to be a lot of players I know that didn't have their options picked up. And yeah, maybe some of these players could have renegotiated during this period and signed extensions. So we don't know. There's not really a lot of transparency.
Like an
on what's gonna be a
Octane
free
Reese
agent.
Vivid, you're saying?
Yeah, but they have the ability to get a real superstar anchor franchise talent to pair with Reese, who I think, and I assume you agree with me, who I think is a great player, has really developed a lot, just like Asim has in the last year or so, and someone they should definitely keep around. Now, curious to Reese, I don't know if they re-signed him in the offseason or they just picked up his option, so he may also be a free agent as well, which they'll then have to give him
you guys
the
got
bag
to
on.
think. A lot of these contracts, guys, are 1+1 contracts. So a lot of the players in the league, what a 1+1 means is at the end of the first year, the organization has a clause where they can either renew your option and just keep you on the same contract or re-up you to another 1+1. So if they just renew your option and you're playing under that second year, that's where the 1+1 comes in. You're a free agent at the end of the year. Your contract's up. You're free to go and talk to whoever you want. You're free to do whatever you want. If the team renews your option, then that team has control of you at the end of the year because they have to say.
The offseason is gonna be crazy.
Nuts.
It's gonna come down to what players want. They want more money or do they want to win? Because there are going to be some teams who, no matter who you are, they're not going to offer you the money, I guess, that you want. Now, there's going to be some teams that probably aren't going to have the favorite roster, but will offer you like however much fucking money you want. So it's going to come down to what people value.
Like prize money plays a big piece into that too.
I'd argue winning is the most important, just for longevity. Like unless you're someone like maybe an Octane, like I think Octane can be on the worst team in the world for 3 years in a row, and people still his stock wouldn't shrink.
Yeah,
like,
but I don't think
down.
Sam wants that, especially after the last 2 years.
I'm using him like as an example. Like it's gonna come down to what people.
I don't know about that,
want.
Zen.
They want what?
You think he played a third year and just fucking lost out again? Like, people are just gonna be, bro. At that point, you know, I mean, come on, huh?
Depends on his team.
Yeah, I guess.
Yes, people are kind of. We want to have this comment about Sam. I think people are looking at his gameplay and wondering like what impact is he playing on the map. I don't. Maybe it's not good to have this discussion without watching their gameplay, but something maybe we should bring up next time we watch Seattle play, because I think that's an ongoing storyline with him. It's just it may be just a weird thing that sort of developed with the players that he's had and sort of the way that team is currently built. But
do you see
ahead,
LAG making a roster change in the near future?
I wouldn't right now, but again, if that's their like long-term strategy, then they want to continue to try and find players. Like they were very quick to make changes last year. I'm curious what their strategy will be now.
Yeah, it makes you wonder. There's still a lot of players and challenges I'm still looking at.
This is a crazy map, by the way, Tom. Like New York gets in the setup right here, and they didn't even know that Reese was in vents, and like it all falls apart. And like LAG get out to a huge lead, and they absolutely just toss it on the third rotation.
Yeah, no, this was a Luma when I said it wasn't. I mean, this was a good map. This one went really back and forth. It really came down to the end, right? New York clutched up, and they brought it back, and it made some good plays.
I don't think they necessarily clutched up. It comes back to when we get to the situation.
They definitely clutched up. They were down, and they came back.
Wait, hold on. What happened here? New York had the tank spawn. Oh, they had splits, and did Matt get a kill?
I don't think so. He gets taken out.
Oh, they just went on the gunfights, and then.
And what happened to LAG there? That's what I'm saying. Clutched up. Like, how did LAG just all go down right here? They have New York pinned. They go down one by one. It was very, very scrappy. This hill was very scrappy. The most important thing was when it went from that P1 to that P2. That's where things got mixy. And then New York absolutely fried on the P2.
What happens here?
New York actually took this game by storm on the P2. We got a lull in the chat. Wait, you've been live this entire time. Okay. Let's get a lull in the chat for Joel. That's unbelievable. Yeah. Get a big L. Get a fat lull in the chat. That's unfucking real. My main mod doesn't even know I'm live after the matches. Guys, I do this shit every day. I do the flank every day with Ben Nissim, my duo, after the matches. And this guy's saying he didn't know we were live. That's unbelievable. That pissed me off. We might need this. We might need to strip this guy.
So this is like a situation.
Take his mod away.
And I think this is like a meta thing that's gonna like shift, right? So like initially when this hill first got played and smokes were in the game, people were just like YOLOing out of green and just winning the gunfight. And then all of a sudden smokes were out. People were like, well, now you gotta hit the back.
How did I lose this? Can you press play, please?
Yeah, but I just want to. I'm giving a preface.
Mac went huge.
I think the meta is going to shift a lot, and you'll see why. That like the YOLOing out of green strat is going to be preferred now, and just trying to make sure that you get that 1v1 hill, because they basically just yeet out of green and just win all the gunfights.
Well, no, Mac was making a play on the pinch though.
Yeah, I know.
It's situational.
It's situational, but then watch how this plays out for LAG, right? So like they try to get a break.
The only play right there was, so there was two people for LAG on the hill. Whoever that wasn't on the satellite needed to try hitting Mac out, just so his AR could have played that satellite heady, so he could have had like
but in this situation,
it was just a shit setup.
Like right here in this situation, right? You shouldn't be hitting the back with the time they have here. They just need to flood green and just play a mixie.
I think it's
you want them to just fucking run out of green?
Yeah, I actually think they should.
Because look at number 3. Because look at they have full control, so number 3 isn't that godheady. Whereas if you watch the setup prior from LAG, the player was on like the left side of the satellite on no head glitch at all, so he's gonna get overran. Number 3 right there is pretty much a guaranteed 1 kill. Most likely 2. Then you have number 1 and number 4 literally right there, who could just literally turn
I disagree.
an inch.
And here's why I disagree. Look at the score of New York and how much time is there. They've only got to contest for a few seconds, and then you just got to win the P3 rotation. You just got to not get flipped.
Okay, but you can't. You want my take on it on what to do here?
No, that's very.
This is my take on it.
Well, they're not in a great situation. New York's all in power position.
You need to stay. You need to do something together, which they don't. You have number 5 pushed out L wall already by himself. You have number 7 running square by himself.
Oh, they're challenging 1x1.
They're look, just listen to me. They're challenging 1x1. Okay, have a guy late hit green. Have a guy sitting green. Send 2 guys square, 1 guy L. Do something together. Get a kill or 2, and then collapse on the point. The guy green can make some noise, throw some shimmies. They might think you're coming front. They don't know. They start tweaking out a little bit. You have some people hitting square, getting some trades. Make it mixy so you can get into the hill and contest. Just make it mixy.
Yeah,
work
but here's
some
the
work
problem
some
to do
trades.
that is you now have the back spawns, which you don't want.
No, they
You need to
don't.
rotate
Why
to
would they have the
next
back
hill.
spawn?
If they kill all the guys, isn't New Yorkers to spawn out?
They're gonna fucking lose. The game's over. They're done.
That's why I'm saying you just hit green because you need 9 seconds.
Ben,
so
if they break,
miracle get it, you're good.
if they're getting a back spawn and they somehow break in, they win the game. They win the game at 9 points.
Yeah, but what if New York makes it mixy and then you're spawning out?
Well, that's tough shit. They might as well make a fucking play, Ben. Don't you understand this?
Ben, they are not getting through green. As soon as number 3, Diamond Con, gets a fucking whiff, just one little.
He's gonna sniff that
green,
shit.
He's fucking screaming green.
Yeah, so he's gonna hold on, time out. Okay, so they're all gonna 4 yeet down to the point. They get a trade, and now what? They only have to contest for a few.
Ben, they got number.
Yeah, I mean,
New York has number 1 and number 4 in bricks. Literally one call out for number 3. That's Diamond Con. They're green. They're green. These guys turn, hit some crossfires, and the game's over. They're just gonna flood, and they're gonna get swindled.
Yeah, but they only
honestly,
have to contest for a few seconds. I'm not saying they're trying to get the hill control.
In hindsight, the best possible play, like super hindsight, is you have 2 people top green who play to get seen. So
Yeah.
number 3 starts stressing that call out, and that sort of causes number 1 and 4 to leave their positions. Then they set up a pinch, and it's a 2-2 pinch. Like that, in my opinion, is the only way they break this.
That's fair.
That is super fucking hindsight.
That's fair, but you see the point I'm trying to make,
Ben,
though, which is like...
I see the point that you're trying to make, but at the end of the day, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do if you do it together. I say this for years, and they didn't do it together. They have 25 seconds to work with. They know they have 1 push, and they're fucking single pushing. Why are they single pushing? Just fucking wait for each other. They're 1 by 1 by 1. This is easy as fuck. And in New York, they're putting a fucking highlight reel on. Look, Silly's in bricks by himself. That minute, like what? Wait for each other. Take a deep breath. Maron. Wait for each other. If you're LAG, just work off each other and try and get some trades. All you need to do is get in there and contest for a little bit, so you stretch it out and then hold P3. Or you somehow make a break. You somehow break it and you win the game. But New York, they clutch up. There is no composure there. That's all it comes down to. They could flood green. They could go around bricks. Doesn't matter what the fuck they do. As long as they do it together. Instead, they go 1 by 1. The same shit that London did in the first map versus 100 Thieves. Some of these teams, it's like basic shit.
Wait, I mean, they had rotation to P2, they blew it.
It's a lot easier said than done.
They set the break.
It's a lot easier said than done. But I feel like it's easier when you know you only have 1 more push. That's when you're like, okay, we gotta wait. Like everybody wait. We got 1 more push. That happens all the time in a professional match where you have 1 more push and you know, I used to say it all the time. Wait. You know what I'm saying? Wait, hold on. We got 1 more. Let's take it easy. Everybody take a deep breath because we got to do something together. Zin, you know the feeling when it comes down to that one hit.
I mean, yeah. I mean, the amount of times my team had that discussion just like a few weeks ago when we're just like so many times we're in an optimal spot. We have like a decent lead. And then we'd like, for example, we took like a 210 to 130 lead versus Paris, and that was legitimately only because we didn't wait for each other. We're going 1 by 1 by 1. All it takes is 1 person to fucking scream, wait, and the entire map's different.
I mean, go to New York's break. It was fucking perfect. New York's
textbook break. They had textbook
break because they waited for each other and they worked together. Like they literally waited for each other.
Yeah, I mean they had textbook breaks on both on these last 2 P2s. They used ASIM streaks on the first one.
Look, Mac doesn't just run at the hill. He doesn't just run at the hill. He's waiting. Mac's giving it a second. He picks up a kill. He plays his life. He knows teammates are coming through green, and he gives it some time. And then they collapse on the point. Mac doesn't hit that point until people start flying out of green. And the minute you coordinate something like that and you do it together, LAG is fucked.
No, right here, you have to try kill number 7. I think Justin plays this corner here. Wait, did just press play? Did Justin try kill him?
No, he played a corner.
I want to go back a second.
Justin has to try hitting that guy.
He threw a shimmy, but
no, I think Justin. Obviously, he's not in a great spot. Like he has an AR versus sub close range, but like he needs to make it so Assault can play that heady. Because look what happens. Max stays alive. These 2 come through green. Assault can't do anything. He's on the right side of that satellite. No head glitch. He's just sitting.
The last guy's coming from lights. I mean, he's just way out of the play.
Or I mean, what it should have been was Silly looking top green quicker, and Assault needs to hard play his life, and then they have like a little crossfire. That's probably what should have happened there. Silly should have played that corner,
Ben,
looked his top green push, assault turned to his right.
Ben, go back to that diamond con spot. Go back. You want pause it when he's preeming here.
Yeah.
Well, pause it when he's preeming. Boom, pause.
Yeah.
You think LAG should flood out of green?
Yeah, I still think you do.
They will get
fucking crazy. You're crazy.
Yeah, well, he's not going to kill all 4 guys.
You're unbelievable.
You're
You're unbelievable. You're unfucking believable. You know that.
Ben, he doesn't have to kill any of them. He makes them weak, and that's it. And number 1 and 4
Done.
are
Yeah, but let's
literally
go back
just
to
turning and laughing at
situation.
him.
The guys, all I'm saying is they need to contest for a few
First of all, Ben, New York is also getting information.
They're not even going to get across the stairs. As soon as Diamond Con starts stressing green, they have 3 people staring at the stairs.
Also,
it's literally impossible to cross the
I'm
hill.
aware that they're being screwed up
Ben, pause, pause, am I on? Pause the fucking thing.
Yeah, it's paused.
New York is also getting information here. They see him crossing and shit. They know they're going around. If New York doesn't see anything, Ben, where do you think they're gonna look? Where do you think New York is gonna turn?
There's no one from LAG top green making noise, sliding
They're
back
all
and forth.
dead. They're coming off spawn.
They could. One of them can go middle and go hit green and actually make it set up a pinch.
Man,
I think Zim was.
what?
I actually think Zim was right about the 2 and 2 because they made no noise grid. They didn't. Make,
I told
they
you
made
what they
so
need to do.
Easy for New York.
I told you what they need to do to break this. They need to do something together. They can have somebody late play. They can have 1 or 2 guys late playing green, making some noise, throwing some shimmies just to keep New York on their toes.
No, they needed to keep at least 1 green.
That's usually how you break it. You keep 1 or 2 green, and then you usually 1, and then 2 people or 3 or 2 people will go around. As long as you're doing something together, they went 1 by 1, and that's what hurt them. They only have 1 push to do this, and they're going 1 by 1.
They're playing like they want to flip the swans, which would be the absolute worst thing to happen.
To be fair, they are going 1-on-1, but like plays in such a good spot where like he kills Silly crossing mid map. Silly just assumes that he can get the square there, so he's a free death because Clay's in a good spot.
Nah, that's Fugaze. That's Fugaze, and you know people are playing back there on that tank. You gotta throw a shimmy. You gotta you gotta know he's back there.
No,
like
right.
if Justin it throws a half shimmy and sees Clay on that back tank, you just wait for Assault to come looking right behind you. He slides out. You fucking kill Clay.
Right.
If Clay dies. If they kill Clay on that tank, now they're fucked. New York might be fucked here.
Well, they for example, if I'm Assault, why is he wide challing, not just sliding to the right here? Because Asim's not going to kill him. He slides to the right, and then that way they can double chow Asim. They were just kind of rushing this play.
They rushed it. They rushed it,
and
they know that. There's no way they don't know that. If anybody from LAG's in here, you guys know you rushed this shit.
I mean, bro, it's a lot easier said from the outside.
It is. It very much is. I used to do it all the time.
At this point in the game, this gets very frantic. At this point, Assault's thinking, I need to make a fucking play. These guys are 10 seconds away from winning.
It's frantic, but they gotta be able to think in the pressure.
I feel like these single push plays come out more in the middle of matches when things are hectic and shit's going on. But when it comes to this, and you know that you only have 1, this is where, for me, someone like me, right? I always used to do dumb shit sometimes where I used to go by myself, hit stuff. People would always tell me, wait. You know, in the middle of games, I would get too cracked and I would start doing crazy shit. But at the end of games, I always felt like it was a different, somebody always said, calm down. Or it might have been me, calm down. We got 1 more push. Wait for each other here. The very last play, you got to wait for each other. You have to. If you don't, it's like what Zin, I know that you know the feeling when it comes down to the last final play and everybody's like, we have to. It's like that quiet moment where you're spawning out and you guys know that you have 1 more push. Don't fuck this up. Do it together. And it's like they panicked. They panicked, said their comms must have been hectic or something. I don't know what their comms are like. We usually have Reese Vivid in here, but he's not in the chat. I don't think he's in the chat today. Let me see. Is he in here? I'm curious.
So this is the part of the game where you unplug your PC from the outlet with your foot and ask for a replay.
Not a bad play. But yeah, they just rushed it. So on LG or LAG, it was a good map. It was back and forth. I said that it was kind of boring, but this map wasn't boring. This one was good. The control was good. I mean, the first map, New York stormed them. The second map, there was definitely some rounds being thrown, but LAG came out on top. The control was just defensive heavy, and then it came down to New York clutching up in the 4th map. So a good series. It was a good series.
Really good series.
It was a good series. Hopefully LAG can bounce back, but we'll see. Maybe they'll change.
By the way, I want to gas up New York. Sign of a good team. They didn't bring their A game today, and they still end up clutching up here in the end. And this group has now been turned totally on its head because of the London versus Steve's kind of result earlier. So massive win for New York, and I think they're now major in the driving seat for a top 2 seed in this group.
You guys heard Asim when he joined in here before. They're going over stuff right now. They're preparing. They're preparing for tomorrow, and they're getting ready. They're getting ready right now. You see teams prepare every single day for these matches, man.
I mean, tomorrow's gonna be crazy, right? What do we have? We have LAG, Toronto. What are the other 2 matches?
I'm trying to find the card. Give me a second.
Try and find the card. We could do some predictions.
Can't find on the broadcast.
I also want to go through Reddit. Let's go through Reddit and answer some of those questions that we saw.
Go through Reddit while I try and find this. Go pull up the London tweets after they won. Shout out to Patter, who's their social media manager. You went through them; they're incredible.
Yeah, I already went through. Some
Listen,
of them.
man, I think a lot of the social accounts for these teams is actually comedy, because it's like there's no fucks given. It's like, we just beat you, we're gonna kick you while you're down, and I live for it. It's incredible.
Yeah, it is pretty funny. It's pretty funny for sure. We got some Reddit posts coming out over here. Zinni, you can take a look at these, but this is pretty funny. This is pretty funny stuff.
Let's give it a look.
Let me hit a refresh. I don't know if there's any new posts coming in. Let's see. Hi guys, I made the Scrim Intel account. Hopefully, if you like scrims, you can give it a follow. I don't know what that is. Has Slasher ever nurtured new raw talent effectively? What does that mean for Venom?
Good heavens.
Last 5 years. Oh my God, this is a fucking essay.
Jesus,
it's
in MLA format.
It's MLA format, Tom. Jesus Christ.
This guy wrote a fucking essay.
This is good original content. Hold on, let's not shit on this guy. Come on.
All right. Black Ops. No, not shitting on him. We're not shitting on him. It's cool to see the Reddit very active. I like this. I like when people are very passionate into this.
My first question is, you gotta think. Can methods nurture new talent?
Of course he can, Zinni. You know what Zinni brings to the fucking table. They need to bring you in.
This is comedy. Who wrote this? Who was it?
This was from King Kush.
King of Kush.
Black Ops 3 IW plays very successful with a squad of vets. JCap John App. World War II fails with roster of new talent. Joins Rise with Gunless Looney TJ. TJ's new league at the time. How did a year? Black Ops 4 plays very successful with a squad of vets. MW fails and roster of newish but somewhat tenured. What the fuck is that word, Ben?
Tenured.
Tenured pros. Okay, that fills the roster. Fills the roster of new talent. What's? I feel like he doesn't really team with new talent half the time.
He has.
I feel like Slash is the player who doesn't like reaching. He likes playing with more experienced players. Like Austin likes to play with like the more like.
Austin's an old school game.
He's an old school guy, man. He's old school. He's old school.
He wants people who he knows what plays they're making. He wants people who are going to talk about the plays they're making. Obviously, he's not like fucking new talent, right? I'm sure he's excited to have Venom on, but like, he's a world champion, so I think he expects a lot out of his teammates.
Somebody said he ain't Clay. That's for sure.
Oh
shit, Zinni, what do you think about that?
Oh, that's a good point. He played with Don and Hook and AW in their rookie years and had great success. Very good.
They didn't win the event though, did they?
I mean, it's not easy to win an event. You can be incredible and not win an event. I think they placed second. No, am I tripping?
They placed second a couple of times. They got 3-0'd by Optic, I think, at AW Finals, right?
Well, the Los Angeles Gorillas, you absolutely butchered the spelling.
The Los Angeles.
Yeah, they hate to see that.
I'm seeing way too many people count out LAG already. Last time there was a 44 boots on the ground COD. 3/4 of this team one chance. If come champs time, you don't think its team is going to be a top competitor. Honestly, you're just faded. That you're proven winners and one of the best teams in the game. Trust the process.
Yeah, Salt made a burner.
Yeah. Okay, different times, different teams, more talent. It's way different. And I don't give a fuck if they won champs. We should have won champs. And that's a Zoomaa, because we fucking should we have won champs in World War II? Be honest.
Don't get me fucking started on that damn event. My team had to beat them in one map. They were knocked out. We made. Oh, dude, I'm gonna rage. But no,
that was our year.
They should not have won the event. I mean, actually, how can I even say that? They deserve to win with the rope with what they did. I mean, I guess you got to tip it to them, but
yeah, I don't know.
9 out of 10
agree.
times they probably don't win the event.
So if LAG just continues to lose out, you just gonna keep them the same because of what happened in World War II? I mean, we'll see how they. I don't want them to change yet, but I mean,
I think it's a bad take, but it's all good.
Yeah. I don't know about that one.
Scroll past this.
Let's just say I thought my money was going
Scroll
last
past
week
this.
too.
Okay, betting.
Last game we missed that.
I think we talked about the Austin thing
NYSL,
earlier.
LAG stats, ASIM fried, Downcon fried. They all fried. I mean, they all had crazy damage. Ben,
that's
you
disrespectful to Austin, the one right under it.
Slasher following in the footsteps of Patty P.
Oh, that's a fire
We
take.
got a hot take, ladies and gentlemen. Is Slasher following in the same footsteps as Patty P. Aches? You gotta love the COD competitive Reddit.
You gotta think if you're Slasher,
gotta
this is something
think.
you don't want to see.
Definitely
you come off
not.
a big loss. You go on Reddit. The last thing you want to see is you being compared to your arch nemesis, Aches. Obviously, Pat, one of the most successful Call of Duty players of all time, but still, Tom, you gotta think if you're Slasher. You hate to see the comparison.
You gotta be losing composure a little bit, Zin. You gotta think what's going through Austin's head as he reads through this. The top comment, Zin. No, he's actually good at this game. He's just teaming with his friends. He should have never left Octane. Zin, what do you think about this hot take?
Tom.
Oh shit.
Sometimes I go on Reddit and I can't believe some of the shit I read. I don't know. I go on Twitter, it's all support for Zinni. I go on Reddit. He's a fucking turtle. He's fucking shit. I'm like, Jesus Christ, there's quite the disconnect between Twitter and Reddit.
They don't give a fuck.
I don't like Reddit much. I see very little support for Zinni there, and that means I don't like it very much.
Slasher and Octane would never work together in 44. They got blessed with the perfect game for them when they teamed. I don't know if Slasher and Octane will work in it either in 44. I might agree with this take. I think they're both very good players. I don't know if they could team together, though. I don't know about that one.
It would only work if they had Chris Kreider as coach, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
Tom, you gotta think if you're Paul X, you're dick riding Zin in the chat. He's saying, bro, Zin is actually comedy. Paul, we want to tell you, man, you had a good series today. Don't get comfortable. Land's gonna return soon. Just kidding.
We'll see if you could do it on land, Paul. We'll see if you could do it on land. No, all jokes aside, good shit today, Paul. You look phenomenal. Good job. We got Eli Standy.
Wait, who is he actually DMing in this photo?
I don't know. I don't fucking know. But this guy said, bro, Scump is fucking cracked. Standy said, laugh my ass off. Tell me about it. Guy was melting me. The other guy said, he has to be your hard counter. Standy said, usually he isn't. Usually I fry him. The guy goes, really? Standy goes, yeah. Laugh my ass off. But he's the king. Whatever. Interesting hot take coming here. You see the young...
Well, he burned that bridge. He said, usually I fry him. Now Seth hates him.
Seth does not like Standy, I'll tell you that. Seth gets pissed about shit like this.
I feel bad if I feel bad if I'm Standy. Someone just exposed bulletin board material for Scum.
That was in 20. Yeah, I know it was in 2020. What does that change?
Guys, that's the whole point of it. The whole point of it is that's very old. We're quite old.
User joined your channel.
Who goes there? My man, Asum, how you doing, kid?
What's going on, guys?
Asum, we're going through the Reddit right now, and we're looking at a bunch of shit. Oh, this is me. I am once again. Why the fuck is it 1A? I'm so tired of this shit. Please, guys, put the 2As. Okay, put the 2As. It's always 1A going on. Another murder on the TL. We saw this in. Did you see this?
Yeah, it was comedy. It was hilarious. You got to tip it to him.
Oh.
Look at him. Austin's stomach's protruding.
Oh my god, bro. Woke up and chose violence. London Royal Ravens, they come out. They say, we beat Gorillas last week and Thieves today. Guess we know what the L and LA stands for. GG's, LA Thieves, we go 2-0. They don't give a fuck.
Great. Patterman might be GOAT social media person on Twitter. This guy's
look at
always
this.
at the comedy.
We got a hot one, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
Maybe Temp wasn't the problem.
He wasn't dude, all of these teams, it's not like it goes back to my point before. Everybody is just stressing and trying to make moves as quick as possible because they don't have time. In a perfect world, Donnie stays in that team, they work it out. But
yep.
There's no time for it when everybody's competing to be in winners bracket for majors and to qualify for champs. So no, there is no team or pro player or even anybody on Thieves who are like, you know what, getting rid of Donnie is going to fix this team entirely. Maybe certain aspects of the
they
team
still have Donnie.
I don't think they would have figured it out with Don. Like we've seen players in that team chalk it and then they just would have bottomed out. I think they were just the bigger thing is a systemic problem with the team, and Don just got unfortunately scapegoated, which you hate to see.
Nothing huge, but the London and Los Angeles backdrop spell the name Nysl perfectly right in the middle. Is
That's
this a calling? Do you think we'll see Nysl coming back in the league?
Jeremy Olsen might be making his return. He's known for making those sneaky plays.
Oh my God. LAT versus London stats. Let's take a peek. Does not look good across the board for 100 Thieves. You have Kenny.
Open that up. Open it up right now. Make it bigger.
It's bigger, Zen. It's bigger for you.
Just right click on the image and then.
It's bigger, man. It's huge.
Control and scroll up.
All X,
Hold the control key and scroll
1.3.
up.
Dylan, no,
That's
most
a win.
kills on a
There you
team,
go.
1.17. Kenny's doing what he can. The rest of his teammates, they forgot their controller at home. They used keyboard and mouse today. It's tough, man.
It was a tough one for the 100 Thieves squad. But this is what's going to happen when the teamwork or the team is just not playing together and they're making mistakes. Everyone's going to, drop numbers that they probably don't want to drop. Kenny looked good, but
Zed, man. Whew.
Zed with a 1.18. You have Paul X with a 1.31. Maron, this guy was showing out, guys. Maron, this guy
He's an
Paul.
AR too, you know?
This
No,
guy
they were all
Paul was
fine.
showing he could do. Shout out to London. They played great today. London looked good. 100 Thieves, they got to bounce back. Is Dashy the only one using the QBZ? Are you watching the fucking game? Is Dashy the only one using the QBZ? I could have sworn I saw a bunch of people using that shit today. Am I faded?
Diamond Con.
Yeah.
What? I'm not even gonna click on that one. I got your trade, bro. What is this? What is this?
Have a good day.
I don't even know what this is.
I'm guessing someone watching
Oh,
them. I think it's a clip.
teaming. Double teaming, you see?
Oh, yeah, okay, double team it. Yeah, it's not ideal.
Not what you want to see.
not ideal.
What is the Thieves issue? So clearly, guys, there's a lot of talk about the Thieves. Slasher up to the XM4 GA. Oh, Zin, why are they coming at Slasher for?
Jesus, they're fucking slaughtering my boy.
Why are they slaughtering him?
Wait, hold on. Someone's recycling shit, because I saw that about Clay,
I
too.
saw that about Clay, too.
They do.
It's a
Someone's
fucking
recycling
meme.
shit.
This
Someone's
fucking Reddit. We
recycling
know what you
shit.
guys do on this fucking Reddit. You guys fucking...
Memes are just
No, but that's what I'm
recycled.
saying,
That's the
bro,
whole
like-
gimmick.
memes all over the
Flash
place.
was trying against us.
It's
Yeah,
like,
hold on,
Slasher's not
hold on.
bad.
Bro, hold on. Call of Duty is all recency bias. Slasher played far and away the best versus New York last time he played him. I think he dropped over 100 kills in the entire
Yeah,
series.
1.3. He
And
literally had
now,
1.3.
and now he has a bad series. Everybody's saying drop Slasher, Slasher's washed. It's like, it's kind of like what TP was saying. 10 years or however many years of proven land success and performance. One fucking bad league match, people are calling for their head. It's like, I don't know.
This is
the
weird to
recency
see, though.
bias in COD is insane.
This is weird to see. It's just not what you expect out of a roster like this. I don't know how this happens. Everybody across the board just was like double neg. Wait, is this like... Has this ever happened in COD? Where everybody was like double neg or higher neg?
Oh, it's definitely happened. People got
No, yeah,
I'm
it's
saying
happened.
quadruple
Yeah.
negative.
Like
to your
this?
point, though,
I don't know if it was like
Listen, I
this.
Definitely has happened
I think to
before.
your point though, like with the
Like
recency
that?
bias, I think it's far and away like worse now because of the small sample size of matches being played and how long they're dragged out. Like think about like every weekend, like there's like 1 or 2 matches a team plays, like sometimes even one. So like if you have one bad game, you don't play it for another like 14 days, 7 days, you know? So it's like everyone just like takes what the team looks like after every weekend.
Bro, that's why, I mean, listen, man, like, obviously, I'm an old school COD guy, been around for a while, but, like, there was nothing better than having that pool play stage where you
Yeah,
play 3
exactly.
matches, 3 or
Yeah.
4 matches, and you lose one, whatever, you make up for it the next one. So I don't know. It's definitely different now. Like playing one match an entire weekend compared to playing 4 in one day.
4
like
in
we
one
used to,
day. Exactly.
It's crazy. And now it's like there's no room forever. You give one seasoned pro or one pro seasoned or not has one bad series, get a fucking challenger in right now. Make the trade. Pick up a challenger. It's
Yeah,
like
that's what it
Jesus,
feels
man.
like.
Let teams work on shit. Like let players get better. Let players improve. Like now it's like, wow, he didn't drop a 2.0, he's gone. It's like, I don't know.
Optic
Recency bias
needs
is
to
crazy.
be putting in more work outside of scrims. How does anybody on this Reddit know what the fuck Optic's doing outside of
Matt,
scrims?
Tom, why is this always a thread every year though?
It is.
It's always a thread.
Because
every
these
time.
guys
The
stream
same
scrims and make
caption.
content. Hey guys, just because a team streams their scrims and does content doesn't mean they don't put in extra work when they're off camera.
was always grinding 8s. I mean, not always, but
Yeah.
he's putting in his fair shake. A lot more than a lot of other pros. like-
I just see these takes all the time. I don't know. I saw people were like tweeting
Also,
it
the
out
8
there.
shit is horse shit because there is no player on FaZe, the best team in the game, who plays Pro 8s. Not one of them. Not one of them has played Pro 8s this year. Maybe a couple times I think Simp has played. A couple of times, a couple of them have played, but like.
What is this?
Like,
What is
They're not
this,
grinding
then?
every night. Yeah.
Like no one on FaZe is playing Pro 8s on the list.
Zen, what is
At
this?
Arseny's plays that they have played. Wait, is this me and Dylan? What is it?
No, what's
This is just me and Dylan fucking around playing League Play.
You know what you can bring to a team. It's only a matter
Let me hear it,
of
huh?
time. It's just he's got to keep his head down, keep up the grind, and continue proving. Whether it's Pro H, the Challenger scene, even League Play, he needs to keep proving why he's one of the best. Tone New Era with 5-tier were gifted. We want to welcome you to the Johnny Zins.
Zen, you're feeling yourself, huh?
When?
Slag showing his IGL capabilities. I saw this. This is funny though. This is funny. I just find it funny how people were actually like, dude, like you guys are playing 8s like late night, like fucking Jerry must have just looked at the time wrong.
Wait, what did Jerry? Oh, what he said? You got to rotate.
He said rotate when they can win.
Jesus, good
Oh
heavens.
yeah.
Then he dies and he goes, Jesus, good heavens. The one thing that would improve Lando's casting. Okay, can I say something? Lando and Study have been getting better.
Yeah.
Have they not?
Cap.
You think that's cap? They look.
No,
They
I'm
sound
not.
better to me.
Honestly,
man.
honestly, I just wanted to chat to say LMAO.
I don't think that's cap. I don't think that's cap. Is that a Luma? I think they've been getting better, man. I think we gotta give them some slack.
Honestly, most of the time I watch with it muted because I'm talking to people about the matches while they're going on. Like usually I have it muted and I'm sitting there
Damn,
talking to...
people are going crazy. Like, guys, it's not. I don't know.
This is all from yesterday, though.
Yeah, I know.
3 hours ago.
I stand the Nikki D Saints duo. We talked about Nato going to Bears. Nato joined the team speak and muted out and never said a fucking word.
Yeah, I know what's
I
up
don't
with
know
that.
what the hell he's doing. I don't
He's
know.
trying to like reserve a spot in the stream. Like, come on. It's
All
on
right,
his
do we
Twitch.
have matches for tomorrow? Here we go. We got Subliners, London Royal Ravens. I got
match
New
is
York
on.
3-1.
I got New York 3-2. I think London actually looked pretty good.
Wow.
And I think New York's going to clutch us up in a game 5, but I think we're going to have an absolute banger to start the day.
What do
I
you
got
think?
London 3-0.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Okay,
No,
Zin.
I'm
all
kidding.
right, all right.
I'm fucking with Asim, but I'm being honest. I don't mean to shit on your parade, but London looked good, man. I can see them causing a nice little upset. I'm gonna go London 3-2.
Oh, okay.
I'm a fucking real man. Asim's in here. I don't give a
No,
fuck.
I like that. No, I like that. I like that. I like that.
I like that.
I like that too. Say what you gotta say. Asim's got himself winning 3-0. You know the fucking
Yep,
deal. He
3-0.
says
You know
this
the
shit
vibes.
every time. He
3-0.
says this every
Come on,
time.
guys.
We got FaZe and LA Thieves.
This
Ben,
might be a bloodbath.
you think it's gonna be a bloodbath?
I got Phase 3-0. I want to spot Thieves a map, but I don't see it right now. I really don't.
I got FaZe 3-0 as well. Asim.
It's a tough time to play
I said
Phase.
3-0, yeah.
All right, and then the next series, we got the Toronto Ultra versus the Los Angeles Gorillas. You gotta think, Zin, if they had you in there, my prediction might be a little bit different here. But I'm gonna go with LAG 3-2. But Zin, you gotta think.
Tom, you gotta
You
think.
gotta
if
think.
Zin- You know, no, but seriously, I have Toronto winning. I have Toronto win 3-1. That's
Mhm.
my.
I have LG winning 3-2.
Ben.
I got Toronto winning 3-2. I think girls will play a little bit better tomorrow. But I like with the progress on Toronto's side.
Yep. No, I think they've been shown. Wait, you like the progress on Toronto's
User
side?
disconnected from your
Yeah.
channel.
All right. Whatever you say, Benny. Any questions in the chat? We are willing to answer whatever you guys ask. Anything that you guys want to see or be answered, ask away. You already know that we are here to answer all your questions. And we'll be here answering away.
I think a few in the chat.
Zinni, how you feeling tomorrow going into this Challengers tournament?
Oh Jesus. I'm feeling good, I guess. I don't know, man. It's I can't help but feel every time I'm in a map, I just don't belong here. I'm a
You're
man amongst
fucking- you're an
boys, and it's
MVP.
nothing wrong, and it's nothing against anybody. There's a lot of top challengers. If I'm in the elite series, maybe I think a little different, but right now, like it's weird, man.
You're an MVP. Zin.
Honestly, my attitude's been horrible too because I'm getting so frustrated. It's not even like my teammates' fault or anybody, but like
Uh-huh.
I'm so used to playing with like full-blown pros who know what to do in most situations, and now I'm just like, I'm getting frustrated so easily just because it's not the case anymore. So I actually feel bad because I'm literally just getting pissed every single day.
You just gotta grind through it, Zin, and
Hold
do
on,
what you
this
gotta
one
do.
prick's been singing all night, Grinsler. Zinni didn't even qualify for Black Ops 4. Neither did Tom. Leave the stream.
Yep, I didn't qualify. There's a lot of pro teams. 100 Thieves almost didn't qualify.
Selyum didn't qualify.
Yeah,
so leave
I
the stream right now, Grinsler.
I
You
mean,
fucking prick.
all right, that's it. Take it easy. Take it easy on the guy.
I'm sorry.
You want to tie him up?
I'm sorry.
We'll throw him in the bathroom.
I saw a good question in here.
Take it easy.
From Practical. Does a real GM decision maker make the league, not a friends league? Let me provide context, and then Tommy and Zinni, please follow me up here.
What?
There are GMs. They do make decisions, but you're not going to form a team without talking to the players. Because then we got 4 players on a roster, and you don't want to put together players that don't want to team with each other because then you're not going to have a good team.
Right.
Thanks, Ben.
Thank you, Ben, for that.
Okay.
We appreciate that's a win. Let's get a win in the chat. Subliners Academy. Everybody wants to talk about the NYSL Academy. What's happening with the Academy team? Is Nato here? Give him a poke. The fuck is he doing?
Let's give him a poke.
What's going on with the Academy team? What's happening, guys? Are they falling apart? Is there a mental collapse?
Why? Is there tweets? What's going
I don't
on?
know. Is there tweets? What's going on? You gotta think if there's a mental collapse going on with the Academy team. The Academy has 4 SMGs. Well, I saw Hydra on the AR, and he does not look. It looks like to me Hydra can run whatever the fuck he wants.
Play an AR.
It looks like he can play an AR. I'll tell you that. That guy could do whatever the fuck he wants.
I poked Nato, and he has not responded. So
Prolude's tweet. Prolude tweeted something. Why is Prolude always stirring the fucking pot? Prolude, are you in here? I know you were in here before. Why are you always tweeting shit? What did he tweet? He tweeted chalked. Oh, shit.
Who knows what it's about, though, Tom? Who knows?
Okay, let's go through Prolude's last few tweets because it's not looking good. Let me tell you that. Take a look at this shit. All right, we got the first tweet coming on in.
Oh, he deleted some. What else did he say? We got any archives?
You have chalked. That's one tweet. You got a mind-blown gif. That's another tweet.
It's on Reddit, apparently.
Jesus, son.
No, listen, Tom. Apparently, he deleted a lot of tweets, and they're on Reddit.
Mind blown. LOL. They're on Reddit. Okay, let's take a peek.
Go to Reddit. Apparently, there's a lot of tweets that were deleted.
Let's take a peek. New.
maybe they're making a roster change.
What was the title of this shit? What am I looking for? Tips, Swaskin. NYSL Academy seemingly having a breakdown before the elite. Here we go.
Oh, what? It's deleted.
It's fucking deleted. What did he say?
Hold on. Read the comments. Maybe we can. Let's do some Scooby-Doo shit.
All right.
Open the comments. Let's see what they're saying.
He
said, Nato also played a match without giving call-outs. Jesus.
Nato seems like to have a big personality. Also on LAG, benching himself and stuff like that. He said on the flank it was some stupid shit.
Oh, all we said was I miss scrimming. Intriguing stuff.
I miss
someone's going through some
scrimming.
personal things. I mean,
yeah, from the outside looking in, we don't have enough context to actually.
Yeah.
Why is
Give you a
everybody?
good
Why are these
takeaway.
challengers players always fucking tweeting weird shit?
Pro players tweet weird shit too.
I know,
Don't
and
act
it's
like
fucking
exclusive.
weird. It's fucking
I
weird.
got hammered. I started tweeting shit the other night. I tweeted a broken heart emoji. People are acting like fucking.
Yeah, but you were
I don't know.
hammered.
I was ruined.
You were fucking drunk as shit. And then I had to text you because I was worried.
Yeah, all my friends texted me. I said, "Listen, I'm fucking fine. I'm just absolutely hammered, blacked out."
He said I missed
what's,
scrimming with my team. Did they drop him? No,
I
they
don't
didn't
know.
drop him.
We'll have to wait and see and get more context. but
Prolude's
let's-
in here. I see him in the viewer list. Prolude, I know you hear me.
Yo, Byron, what's up, Hastro?
Who?
I call him Rufai. It looks like Hastro.
Oh, shit.
Let's
He's probably baiting, bro.
Yeah. Let's move on and take one more question, which I think is a good question here.
What?
From the Retro Maz, do you think do you think this next roster mania for next season, a lot of next there, will be crazier than the roster mania for this year?
Yes.
It's always going to be recency bias. Every roster mania following each other is always going to be crazy, the way the COD scene works. Doesn't matter if the free agents are better or not. Storylines, personality stuff, the banner on Twitter is always going to be good.
Yeah, I'm terrified.
This one's going to be a banger, though. I think there's a lot of
contracts. A lot of
people
contracts
are going to
ending.
be surfaced now, yeah.
I think there's going to be a lot of people who are just a free agent because a lot of these players signed 1+1s, and a lot of these teams, I think, just took their option. So,
well, think about it. Big Wake, did he re-sign a new deal last year?
I don't know. Did Octane? Did Big Wig? Did Caesar Skies
Mac?
Bueno? I don't know.
This is a good one. Like essentially all of Florida. I mean,
You
yeah, there's
gotta
just a lot of
think.
players are now on the market.
I'm looking at 100 Thieves, Slasher, Kenny, all these guys. What did they do? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How does it work? How does it work with the? I don't know. You gotta think, guys. You gotta think. If some of these players didn't renew or didn't sign a new contract, they're gonna look elsewhere or try and make some moves.
Yeah, Tom, you got to think they're at least going to explore their options. Obviously, they'd be foolish not to do so.
Yeah.
The rumor is expansion teams are coming in. We all saw CDL Intel's tweet maybe a couple months ago, a few weeks ago. So you got to assume, right? Maybe a couple more teams. I'm assuming 4, hopefully 8. I think you could easily right now fit 20 teams in the league just because you need an APAC team, you need a Spanish team, need some more UK teams and some more NA teams. I think there is plenty of talent and plenty of competitors to do a 20-team league.
Wow, 20 team. I don't think it's gonna be 20.
I think we
it
have
will
some
be.
bad teams in the 20-team league.
I think we'll see 4. I think we'll see
We've
another 4.
We've had some easy win teams in the 20-team league.
Well, here's the
I have
problem.
no doubt about that.
Here's the problem because obviously you can't add 4 NA teams. So let's say they add how many European or different regions do you bring in out of 4? 2? So what? You add 2 NA teams, maybe 1 Spanish, another UK or something?
I don't know.
I don't think that's enough.
I don't know. And then you got to start to think. You got to think. If you add so many teams, there's gonna be a lot of shit teams. I think.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I
they
think.
would.
I think so.
No.
100% they would.
I think there would be.
Okay,
the talent
define,
does bottom out at some point.
but
Go-
define
go
shit
think
teams.
about how you're gonna
Okay, 8 more teams, right? So
Yeah.
one you'll bring Shocks and them back.
Yeah,
Australians.
and they would be probably an easy one until they got used to COD again. Yeah.
Okay, well they still belong, and then the Spaniards. Give
Might
them
be
one.
decent. Might be decent.
Another UK team. You have a ton of EU talent that hasn't been tapped into yet because
Yeah, a lot of EU
because they
players
can't
don't
come
win
to the
anything,
US.
but okay. Yeah.
What do you mean?
Very true, Zin. Very true, Zinny.
Wait, hold on. How can they
Very
win
true.
something? How can Defrag and those up and coming players win something? They don't have the chance.
That's very true, Zin. There's
They
a
can't
lot
even
of.
come
There's
from
a whole
after-
challenge.
That's fair. That's fair.
No,
I'm
no,
just saying-
that's a
I'm
winning.
just saying that the talent on these teams is like even with
That's a
and I
winning.
respect these players like guys like
Waskin.
Afro, but I don't know if they're gonna be competitive against Atlanta, FaZe, Chicago, Dallas, New York.
Nobody's even fucking beating them now, so it doesn't fucking matter anyway.
I mean, you can say the same thing, Ben. That's like arguing that the last place team in this league shouldn't be in the league because they're so much worse than FaZe. It's like there's always going to be the top teams. Look at pro sports.
No, but I'm saying
there's
it's
always gonna
parity
be.
now. It bottoms out after a certain point, and we've seen that historically.
Yeah, but even if the 20th team can't even come close to the first place team, it's still better to add another region, another city, more fans, more spots for players.
I agree with that take. I mean, dude, we've never had a real Call of Duty event in Spain. I have no doubt that would be one of the most absolute banger Call of Duty events ever thrown. Those fans with a home Spanish team, it would be unreal, bro. Unreal.
Yeah, no, bro. The fucking London event was sick. I love the European crowds, bro. I love it because they're just so.
They have unreal crowds.
They have
London's
unreal
crowd's
crowds.
crazy, man.
It's the energy, man. It's the energy.
No, it's because they're fucking hammered, Dom. It's the energy, but they're also absolutely.
They like the drink over
Steaming.
there. They like the drink over there overseas. They like to have a good time. Can you blame them, Zin?
No, I don't. It's fucking incredible.
You can't blame them, Zin. They like to get fucking faded and blasted and drink and have a good time. But what are you gonna do? I think it's cool to see. I think it's cool to see. I just remember that London crowd, man, and I'll never forget it. It was a crazy crowd. It's just hearing that roar, right? I'm hoping one day we will see, maybe sometime this year, maybe see some LAN events. I don't know. You have some things coming out. You got the vaccine and stuff. Maybe some things are gonna change. I don't know. What do you think, Ben?
COVID's definitely a wild card. Europe's going through a tough spot right now.
Yeah, they
kind
are.
of surge. In the US, obviously things are looking better, but we'll see with like spring break and July 4th if it might get worse. COVID's a wild card, man.
Somebody
think-
said, "Oh, keep going."
I think hopefully by like next spring when like the second league would start, right? Next spring, like end of winter. It's usually kind of what we see the start of Call of Duty leagues. Like things should theoretically be better, I would hope.
Yeah, I hope so. Somebody said a Japanese team. You see that ever happening? Because that would be sick.
I have no idea.
Can you imagine
Maybe.
that? Can you imagine if there was like a Japanese team or a Korean team or a team came
I'll be
in?
honest, I'd lose my mind hopping on that fucking flight.
No, I'm not even. I mean, yeah, that would suck. But not even. You know, you don't know, bro. There's probably talent worldwide in God. You know what I'm saying? There could be a guy fucking across the world that nobody knows that's fucking better than everyone. You know what I'm saying? Why is that a Luma? That's so true. You guys don't know what the fuck's out there. You guys have no idea how big this world is.
There's like a lot of there's like a global. We haven't like a
fuck
COD
is that?
Mobile championship, but like there are a lot of good COD Mobile teams that aren't just
Thank
based
you.
in the
Thank you
US.
for the Wumas. Thank you. All I'm saying is there's a lot of talent in this world, man. A lot of talented people that live on this planet. We'll have to see what happens. But if you start thinking, you know, worldwide league, you start bringing in people from everywhere, who knows what the hell is going to happen? Because there's a lot of talent out there. You never know. You never know.
Yeah.
Somebody said Brazil. That'd be cool too. You know, Brazil. Guys, we don't know. It'd be cool to have anybody coming in. I just hope that we do expand. I do want to see some expansion. I think that'd be pretty cool. I think to see the league grow and add some more teams and get some more players in the league would be cute. Would be cool. I'm curious to see what the market's gonna look like. With expansion teams coming in and players renegotiating contracts and stuff, you see the market going up, down. How do you see this going?
It depends on a lot of different factors. Just because it's free agents on the market doesn't mean that teams aren't going to try and drive the price of free agents down. We've seen this in professional sports. Major League Baseball, great example of this in effect. So total wild card with like how the economy is right now, just sort of the global capital market.
All it takes is one team. All it takes is one team to drive the price, the market up.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong about that.
So all it takes is legitimately one team. But there's going to be some teams that may literally just refuse to pay more than the minimum. Which I mean, like, I disagree with personally. I'm not sure how you guys feel about that. Maybe a different topic, but like, I don't know.
Somebody said a girls. Somebody said
I see where you're going with that.
Somebody said an all girls team. I don't know. See, the thing is I feel like there are probably some good girl players out there. I just haven't seen. You know who's really been impressing me? Kalai. Is that how you say her name? The Warzone streamer. I always feel like I'm butchering her name.
You just say Kalai?
What's her name?
Kaylee.
Kelly. Was that her name? Is that how you say it? It's how she spells it. It's how she spells it. Kalai. Kelly. I don't know. Kelly. Listen, man, I'm about to gas her. You guys are giving me hate because I don't know how to say her name. Like, is that a problem? Jesus. Kaylee, she looks really good in Warzone. She's nasty. No? Yes? Is that wrong to say? She's good.
I haven't really seen a lot. I don't really watch Warzone much these days.
You fucking idiots. I'm going to bring up her Twitter so you guys can see why I said it like that.
Yeah, show me them.
Let me show you. Let me show you how she spells her name. You fucking clowns. Look how she spells her fucking name. Kalei.
Tom, that is the normal spelling, I believe, for the name Kaylee.
When I think Kelly, I think Kaylee.
I don't know.
That's how she spells it. Is that a bad... Okay, whatever. Fuck you guys. Fucking Luma. Shout out to Kaylee. I think she's really good. I like watching her Warzone clips because she be frying. But I could definitely see some girls coming into the league, just not anytime soon because I'm yet to see a girl actually come in and make a name. I've seen girls try and...
Last girl I thought was
Dream
actually
Crazy.
like good was Dream Crazy.
Yeah. And she couldn't hang, I don't think, with the top of the top.
No, she... MW2 she did in a sense, but like definitely not to like the top, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like she could have won championships.
Yeah, I don't know. Guys, fuck you guys, man. Jesus. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say... I don't know what her name is. I've never seen Kaylee spelled like that. I'm sorry. Maybe it's just me. Okay? Damn, you guys have been going crazy. I apologize. I gave her gas. I'm a big fan of her gameplay. Fuck. Anyway.
I don't know.
Any other questions?
Obviously, the more teams, the better. More people. There are so many players that, like, even a player like Kismet, right? Like, he hasn't been talked about at all. He's in that BBG team.
Yep.
I don't see a world where if he's on a league team that he's playing bad. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's just so much talent so many pros who are just like on the outside looking in right now, and it's fucking. It's
Yeah,
tough,
I
man.
saw
'Cause
Damon.
I'm experiencing it. I'm losing my mind. I'll be honest, man.
I saw
I've been good
Damon.
publicly, but I'm losing it, man.
Yeah, don't lose your mind, Zin. Stay level-headed. You know what I'm saying? Try and stay level-headed. But I know it's hard. You know, it's not easy. But I did see Damon come in the chat and said that she plays on keyboard and mouse. That's another topic of discussion. You ever see the league introducing keyboard and mouse?
I can see it happening.
I
and
see
that's
it
when I'll be
happening.
sweeping floors.
I
The
see
thing
it
is,
happening.
I wouldn't-
100,000,000% I see it
Why
happening.
though? Like, why would you wipe out a majority of your existing player base?
I'm saying once some of these player bases are gone.
Yeah, when Scump's gone,
When
maybe. Until then, I hope not.
Scump, Krim, Clay, when they're out of the picture, you don't see them going keyboard and mouse. I do.
I mean,
You
I
guys,
hope not
listen,
because
you guys,
I hope not because the day that happens is the day that it has actually completely changed. Like, you can change the format, you can change the model. Once you change it from controller, that's the day things completely change. Like, that's like, damn.
I mean, the
It's different now.
chat, you're fucking weird, okay? I'm not saying, yes, I want keyboard and mouse. Oh, how you doing, Kim? Say hello to Mama Tats. How you doing? I'm not saying keyboard and mouse is good. I want to see it. I'm saying, can it happen? I could.
No, I could see it happening too.
You gotta be realistic, guys.
And it'll be a very, very sad day because that is not what Call of Duty Esports is built on.
I mean, you want my other take on it though? If they add it in?
You think that controller players will still be miles better?
Yes, I do. I think
It's not
controller.
because then you have Shroud coming in and sniping me every fucking round.
Well, Shroud's very talented, but
Okay, and there's definitely some more Shrouds who we don't know of that are going to be brought in strictly as snipers, and I'm not going to be able to move across the map.
no, they're well. First of all, snipers are GA'd, so
For now.
So you got to think, okay, maybe with keyboard and mouse, you're gonna see more GAs. Like if something as OP as a sniper's, you know, not gonna be allowed. It's not gonna be used.
I don't know. That's just
all I know is
like I can't go play CS with a controller. Am I
you
talking?
can't.
Am I talking to my ass?
I mean,
No.
that's a way
No.
different game. That's a
Yeah,
way
I
different
know.
game, though.
Well, listen,
CS is way different.
my final piece with that is
Controller
the day-
gives you better movement, and you got the aim assist. I don't know.
The day keyboard and mouse comes in is the day Call of Duty Esports changes forever, and it's just not what it was. Call of Duty was built on console. Granted, now we're on PC, which is incredible for us. We're using controllers. If we don't stay true to that, I'm not sure what we're going to stay true to.
Somebody said Envoy. Guys, I'm pretty sure if it went to keyboard and mouse, I could see Envoy not using a keyboard. Like, I think people who are very used to a controller will still be outperforming. It's like there's going to be talent on both sides. There's advantages and disadvantages to both. I think with keyboard and mouse, it is very difficult to play close range combat and slide around and get all that movement stuff, and like the close range combat and keyboard and mouse is very difficult. It's not easy, especially with no aim assist.
This is by the way, this is a big thing on Fortnite with controllers. So.
And then when you start getting into that mid range, long range, I think the keys have a bigger advantage because then you can start hitting those snaps. You can move a lot quicker. You can hit those beams. You can hit those snaps. It's like one of those things where it's like I think there's advantages and disadvantages to both sides. I've obviously played both. I've done controller a lot longer than I've done keyboard and mouse, but they've definitely had their advantages and they definitely have their disadvantages. Now, do I want to see keyboard and mouse be brought back into the league? Probably not. I don't. I would rather keep it on the controller. But to say that it's never going to happen, that's a Luma.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm just being honest. I can see it happening. We're already making the switch to PC. We already got rid of the consoles. We're already on PC. You never know what's gonna happen especially when some of these big name players get whittled out years from now. You never know. You know, I'm just saying. But fuck, I'm getting Luma after Luma here. First with Kaylee, and now with this fucking thing. It's okay.
I think Tom, on that, I think we can end the show for today.
Yeah, we'll end it there. All right, we'll put a Luma on that. Put a fucking Luma on that. Let's get a bunch of Lumas in the chat. We're ending the show now. You see what you did? Ben got all pissed off. Now it's ended. And
Like you're talking in circles. You might as well wrap it up.
I wasn't talking in circles.
Ben, is that some type of golf thing behind you?
Yeah, it's a putting green.
Oh,
think
you're
you're fucking
fucking
Tiger
putting
Woods?
in the living
You
room.
think you're fucking Tiger Woods?
Oh,
And
my
if I was on my balcony and I looked through someone's windows and saw you with a golf club, I would be fucking in tears. I might fall off the balcony.
Oh my god, bro. Ben.
Wait,
Why
Ben,
am I
show
getting
us
words
something right
already?
now.
Putting
Yeah.
green.
Ben,
sink
I was
one
just
right
gonna
now.
say, sink one right now. Sink
End
one.
the show.
Move the chair. I'm
Yeah,
gonna make.
I had to get my putter then.
Go get it.
Let's
I'm gonna
say
make
it.
you
Come
big
on.
screen.
Say it the show. Come on.
Come on, give us one. Ben, let's get a win in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get a win. He's gonna finish this off with a nice putt, ladies and gentlemen.
He's fuming. He's fucking fuming.
Let's see what he could do, guys. Let's see what he could do. Let's give it up for Ben Nissim, ladies and gentlemen. He's gonna get his putter and he's gonna drain a shot for us.
Man, I
this is
fucking
funny.
love Ben,
This
man.
is funny shit, man. This is funny shit, man.
Here he is. Look at him.
There he goes. Move the chair, Ben. Move it. Move it all the way out. Move it a
Perfect.
little bit more. Move it a little bit more of the chair. So we can see your form. Okay. Move it a little bit. A little bit. I like your shirt. Where'd you get your shirt?
Wait, from it's a Clayster shirt.
I like
It's
that.
like it's like a clay mod inside thing. It's a long story. Where am I putting from? Am I putting like the farthest distance?
Whatever you.
Yeah, the farthest distance.
I don't know
Okay.
a thing. All I want to do is see that four.
I can't
Wait,
plug
where's
my
the
headset
hole?
on,
Where's the
so-
hole?
Yeah,
The
take
hole's
the.
right there.
Yeah, that's like the little top, the little.
The
tar.
little top of the hill? Okay.
Yeah.
Ben, how
Alright.
about you hit it so hard it goes through your window?
Benny.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna take a pot. 1 sec.
Okay, let's see it, Ben. Good luck.
He's
a
doing it
character,
with
man.
the slippers on and everything.
Ben's
Here
a
we go.
character,
Ben
man.
Nissim, he's staking up to the plate, ladies and gentlemen. He's gonna try and sink this putt. He's lining it up.
On the green now.
Oh, he's
on the green now,
We-
Tiger.
We got a beautiful sunny day.
As
He's
of,
gonna
as of
hit.
right now, he's par 4.
He sinks the putt, and Ben Nissim, ladies and gentlemen, comes out and sinks the putt. Great plays out of Ben Nissim. Let's
was
get a win
flush.
in the chat.
Flushed.
Unbelievable.
Which means I'm gonna go to the course tomorrow and play like gas. But it's all
Get a win in the chat.
Unbelievable plays from Ben Nissim. Let's give it up. That's how we're gonna end the show. Ben is gonna sink a putt. Let's give it up for him, man. Let's get a bunch of wins in the chat. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. You guys are absolutely incredible. The chat was absolutely amazing today. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll be live again tomorrow. I'll be in LA Saturday and Sunday, so I'll be doing the show somewhere else. But it'll still be live. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Zinni, thank you for joining us once again.
Of course.
And thank you to everybody else who joined us. And it's always a pleasure, guys. So thank you, and we'll see you guys tomorrow in the next one.
Later, guys.